I understand you also have to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Know when to walk away. Know when to run.
You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. You know why?
There'll be time enough for counting.
When the dealing's done.
Please pay attention to the following announcements. Galactic regulations require that we advise you that Three Sheets to the Mouse is an adult-themed podcast and may contain content and language not designed for younger Padawan learners. Thank you for listening to Three Sheets to the Mouse, and have a wonderful flight.
Sounds sorted, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. And injustice deliciously squared be prepared.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 62 of Three Sheets to the Mouse. We're five average guys with love for all things Disney, and joining me on this week's show are four guys who can feel the force flowing through them. Trenton.
General Kenobi.
Mikey.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Adam.
But let's see how talented you are with it.
And Tim.
These are not the podcast hosts you're looking for.
They're the ones you fucking get, so get over it.
They're not the ones you want, but the ones you deserve.
We're here to talk to you about Disney booze, Disney parks, and a little bit of debauchery in between, so sit back, relax, grab a spiked blue milk martini, and enjoy the adult side of Disney with Three Sheets to the Mouse. Speaking of blue milk, so I was trying to find a cocktail to come up with for the opening this week, and
Blue Russian.
I just realized there are no alcoholic beverages in Star Wars, like in the films, that we know of.
They would add nothing to the story.
Well,
Yeah.
they just don't have a call name, but they have cantinas and bars throughout the whole thing. So I'm
No, I
sure
know
there's...
that.
Empire is alcohol free.
But there's no scenes where they're like drinking, really, to like
Because
highlight.
they're busy trying to save the universe.
Or kill each other.
Galaxy, but whatever.
Han shot first.
Well, I'd be drunk all the time if that was my job.
But I did look online and I did find some like Star Wars inspired cocktails, which I thought were really interesting. And so I wanted to highlight one of them, and this was the blue milk, the spiked blue milk, which is basically a take on a classic White Russian.
I made that before. It's
It
horrible.
was so bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah, so it's 3 ounces of milk, 1 ounce of cream, 1 ounce of coconut rum, 1 ounce of amaretto, and 2 ounces of blue curacao. And then you put everything in a shaker, shake it up, and pour it into a glass. I know we've talked about it. I just milk and alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you put your fucking insulin pump in, because that shit is gonna fucking Wilford Brimley you.
But you're forgetting Scott likes it sweet. You do not... Don't you remember the freaking
But
LeFou's brew that he made and drank a whole pitcher of?
This
Yeah,
is
fucking
true.
horrid.
And you chase it with insulin.
I have never dumped alcohol out before, but we dumped those out because they were just horrible.
Yeah, I'm
So
not
disgusting.
sure of how that would go. So, Trader Shan, why don't you go ahead and make it, post it on the page, and let us know how it is.
Come up with that shit.
He'll find a way to make it good, though.
Oh, he will.
He'll find a way to make it palatable.
If he makes it, three-sheeter David Thacker will drink it.
This is true. All true things. So, Mikey, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, I've actually got a little brewski action happening here. I've got the Lupu Luau IPA by Dogfish Head.
Are you pronouncing that right?
Yeah, Lupu Luau. Not Lapu Lapu. It's Lupu Luau. No pineapples, just like a coconut and a little bit of lime kind of bite to it.
You put the lime in
That's
the
It
coconut.
is,
Exactly
it
where
is
we went
our
with that.
coconut-centric... What the fuck word is that? Lupulio Party. This IPA brewed with the tropical trifecta of toasted coconut, experimental hops, and coconut water.
This week on Three Sheets to the Mouse,
very-
Mikey
It's-
pronounces Hawaiian words.
It's not that. It's
Mikey goes hipster.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's not sweet like you would think with that coconut. The coconut's real subtle in the back. It's 7.3%, which is really strange for a micro brew, a craft beer.
This week on Three Sheets to the Mouse, Mikey loses his shirt.
Again.
It
is way too cold in this garage for me taking any articles of clothing off. I've still got socks on.
Coconut usually isn't that sweet, though. Like, coconut water is not sweet.
No, it's
oh my
not.
God, coconut water is disgusting.
But it's also got
I'm just
the toasted
saying,
coconut, which I wouldn't know the difference. It could be just regular coconut. I
hate coconut.
Coconut's really not that sweet. It's what you do to it usually that makes it super sweet.
You toast it and you also milk it, Greg.
Adam, what are you drinking tonight? You got some amber liquid in there. What do you got?
Yes, I do. I actually have the Smooth Ambler Old Scout 10-year.
Ooh, that is apparently really good. Brant loves that shit.
It is really good.
Yeah, it's very tasty.
Brant Burke loves that one.
Yeah, we sent it to him.
Tim, what do you got? Same thing or something else?
No, I'm still working on this Glenfiddich inspired by 1963.
A surprising price tag8only because it's limited to... This is pretty cool. It is limited to 24,000 bottles worldwide.
Yeah.
And there are, 8 of them that we know of?
6.
Well, us
three
and Brand, I think, has a set of bottles.
Ooh, Mike, you got a set of bottles?
No, you only got 2. You guys got 2. I thought you guys each got one.
No.
What are we talking about?
Liquor.
I like it.
Has a good beat and I can dance to it.
Yeah. It's good. We talked about it on the show a little bit last week. It's good. Nothing great, but surprising price tag on it.
I'm glad we I didn't spend what they're asking for it.
No.
Yeah, no. That would definitely be a bottle to try before you buy if you can, because it's really not all that great in my opinion.
Yeah, at $100 a bottle, definitely not worth it.
Yeah, and I was going to bring the second one over to my buddy's house yesterday because he likes Glenfiddich until I saw that what it's selling for now. I'm like, no, that's staying here.
Yeah, I feel you. Trent, what do you got tonight?
Well, I'm not proud of it. It's Corona Premier because we've been doing a low-carb diet, which has actually been working. I've lost weight, but I'm drinking less than premium beer, unfortunately.
Usually if a beer has to have the word premium on it, it's not.
It's premier. It's not premium.
Well, that's Spanish for premium.
I don't speak Spanish. I live in America.
But you went to French school for cooking.
Shit.
Yeah, and that's not Spanish, Mikey.
It's all Latin.
Fuck. Corona's great on a super hot day by the pool.
Corona's
horrible.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
You might as well be drinking Bud Light Lime.
No! Oh.
To me, they're both in the same category. They're both shit beers. I know we're going to piss off Miami Mafia, but...
It's got 2.6 grams of carbs, and I've lost 12 pounds in a week, so get the fuck out of my face.
How many calories does it have?
90. Less than Michelob Ultra.
It tastes like it.
That's 90 calories right here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Scott, I live in South Carolina, and liquor stores are closed on Sundays, because...
Oh, that's right.
Fuck everything. So.
Wait, you want me to move there?
That's not going to work. Wait. I didn't know this before. That's not going to work.
Stock up
that
during
is
the
a
week
deal
if you're
breaker.
smart.
That is a deal breaker. No deal.
Tim, come down here. Just move to Oklahoma.
It's a rough
liquor stores are open 7 days a week.
We just got beer in stores on Sundays like 10 years ago. So.
Well, we just got beers in stores, period, like a month ago.
Yeah, but we had liquor stores. Yeah, but we had liquor stores, and we can get beer 7 days a week. We just had to go to the...
We can get beer from the beer distributor 7 days a week. We can get liquor 7 days a week. We can get wine 7 days a week.
I can get wine, liquor, beer every single day of every single month of every single year.
Even on Christmas morning.
Even on Christmas morning. They open at 9. And that is important.
Yes. Liquor on Christmas is definitely important.
Oh, yeah. It's necessary. Speaking of liquor, tonight I got some Redbreast 12. I love this shit. It is. You know, I never gave Irish whiskey a shot until Mikey forced me to watch some YouTube channel, and I love it. It's everything that is good about whiskey. It's smooth. It is friendly. Tastes like buttered biscuits. So
I like buttered biscuits with like gravy.
no, not those buttered biscuits. Like buttered shortbread cookies.
Oh, so cookies then? But you mean
Nope.
so
You're
not
forgetting.
biscuits, but
He's been
cookies.
to the London.
Biscuits, Mikey. Biscuits. Team biscuits. Hashtag team biscuits.
If anybody thinks anybody but Scott on the show's bougier, Scott is the bougie. Scott might be the bougiest person I've ever met in my whole fucking life.
No way.
Oh,
no way.
No, not even close.
No, that I've
way.
met. He calls cookies biscuits, and he lives in fucking New Jersey.
But when I'm talking about
'Cause
buttered,
he's an Anglophile.
but when I'm talking about the buttered biscuits or the biscuits that I'm talking about, that I'm referring to, I'm talking about the shortbread cookies from like
Say it. The
Right.
London.
That's
No,
why you call
the
them
Scotland.
shortbread cookies when you're talking about them, Scott.
Whatever. So for tonight's show, we actually do have a show topic.
One of us does.
We're giving the people what they want.
The who?
The people, Mikey.
The people.
Our people?
The people.
The people.
The people.
We're giving the people what they want, and the people demand more Star Wars.
They may not after this Han Solo movie comes out.
This isn't 3 sheets to the Yoda.
Well, don't forget, from what I've been hearing lately, the at least some of the edits that were done on Rogue One saved that movie. Because it was
I
just
love
as
Rogue
bad
One.
from what I've been hearing originally.
I love Rogue One.
I love that movie came out awesome. But
So good.
Are
Well,
we
you know
talking
what?
about Rogue One?
No, not yet. We're not yet. We're just talking about Star Wars in general.
sorry,
And
I
editing,
tried.
because-
I tried.
Let me tell you something. The editing, first of all, makes a movie. There's a reason why Star Wars, the original, A New Hope, won an Academy Award for Best Editing. I think I shared a video on YouTube about that, or on the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/3sheets about how George Lucas did his own editing for A New Hope, and showed that to Steven Spielberg and Brian De Palma of Scarface fame. And they turned to each other and said, "Holy shit, this is awful. This is a fucking terrible movie." And Brian and Steven then said, "No, you have to rewrite this. You have to do this. You have to do this." And George's wife came in and saved that movie. So her and 2 other guys basically recut the entire movie and saved it.
So, was George solely responsible for Phantom Menace then? Like, he didn't have his wife to tell him, whoa,
Yeah, he divorced-
whoa.
oh, yeah, no,
he
he
didn't run
divorced
that
her.
by Steven and Brian.
Oh God, here we go.
He divorced her after, I think, I want to say in the 80s.
Yeah, okay, well, that makes
I wanna say they
perfect
got divorced in
sense.
the
Can we get
That explains why he can't write a love story.
Yeah, can we get Betsy Ross Lucas back to helm the the Princess Leia origin?
Well done. Yeah, no, editing is very important. I think the Solo movie, again, I go back to it. It's better than nothing, right? Better than no Star Wars.
Not all the time.
No, I mean, Woody Harrelson, known for being comedic. Donald Glover, known for being
He's done some
comedic.
serious work, though. He's done some really serious...
Are you going to say White Men Can't Jump?
No.
No. 3 Billboards.
Oh, did he play like a serial killer?
No,
or
he was
No.
a detective in True Detective.
True Crime, whatever. Yeah.
No, you're thinking
And
of
he
The
was-
Cowboy Way.
No, it was an
something?
HBO
No, he played
show.
the Doofus in the Cowboy Way, didn't he?
He was with Kiefer Sutherland in Cowboy Way, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or was
pretty
he
much.
the transvestite from Anger Management?
I've never seen that movie.
I don't know
Jack
what we're
Nicholson.
talking about anymore.
Adam Sandler, but Jack
Um,
Nicholson.
No, Woody Harrelson can act. I mean, he was really good in 3 Billboards.
He was really good in True Detectives.
He was really good in Cheers.
I have a feeling that
He wasn't acting in Cheers.
I
know he wasn't.
have a feeling this is going to be more along the lines of his role in
Hunger Games.
He was good
A
in that
drunk
too.
piece of shit.
No, that was Philip Seymour Hoffman.
pretty sure Woody Harrelson
May
was
he
the
rest in
drunk.
peace.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
he
when
was.
the drunk.
He was supposed to be in the movies anyway.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think Donald Glover as Lando will be pretty cool. I like Donald
He
Glover.
looks
He's a good
just
actor.
like him.
I know it's kind of
It's
creepy.
not the strength of the actors, it's the strength of the script and the strength of the story. I'm sorry, you can have the best actors in the world. The plot's no good and the story is no good. It's still not going to be a good movie.
Natalie Portman won an Oscar, but she was shit as Padme.
Well, that's
Here we
direction.
go.
I actually enjoyed Natalie Portman in the Star Wars movies. I think she was giving garbage to work with.
That's true. Garbage in, garbage out.
garbage out.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't turn a turd into a diamond.
Well, you can if you apply enough pressure.
I don't know. I thought Natalie Portman was awesome in Phantom Menace because she had the dual role kind of thing going on. Maybe I just always liked Natalie Portman because I really love The Professional.
I mean, she's very... They did her up really nice. That's all I could say. Like, the makeup skills
You just like
that they
her
had
boobies.
was...
I have not
Awesome.
seen Black Swan.
Speaking of movies, okay, so we're gonna get to an actual topic, but I wanted to ask you this because this has come up a lot, especially with trying to introduce someone to the Star Wars franchise. Like my wife has seen I think one Star Wars, and that is Episode 3, which is maybe why she hasn't watched anything else since then.
Yeah, that's probably why she hasn't watched
I
it
liked
anymore.
Episode 3.
I like Episode 3.
I have the
actually
high
do.
ground.
That battle scene is so.
No, I really enjoyed it.
raw.
I'm not... Out of the sequel...
Anakin was
prequel
very bad at
trilogy-
playing The Floor is Lava.
I saw that earlier too on Facebook.
No, the emotion in that scene with Ewan McGregor, it's just so raw. Like you just feel the disappointment in his words. You feel the like betrayal. You feel the anger.
Dude, that movie starts badass, that movie ends badass.
It does.
It starts with that fucking crazy space battle.
Yes.
I don't mind that
That was
one.
the
I
only
just
one out of the
really
trilogy-
don't
out of
like
that
the
trilogy.
first one.
So my question to you guys: How would you propose to watch the Star Wars franchise
For the very first time,
for the very first
For
time?
somebody who's never seen it before up until now.
watch the
Like,
original.
no one's seen anything until... They've seen nothing.
Yeah.
Fresh slate.
Do you go chronological as they're released, or do you do what's called the machete order?
For somebody who's never seen them, do chronological
I
order.
agree with that, chronological.
1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Actually, that's
No.
you know what? I'll back Trenton on this. For someone who's never seen the Star Wars franchise,
Yeah.
start them off with the shitty ones and get better.
Well, you see, the problem I have with this, though, I take a different view on this, especially because the way everything kind of looks now, and even then, if you watch it in order that way, it's going to kind of look hokey. Some of the battles,
Oh, well,
some of
it will.
the graphics, some of the special effects are just not going to hold up.
But you go
Nah,
into
George
knowing that.
Lucas got in there and fixed a lot of that stuff.
No, it's still...
Oh, that's fucking horrible.
But it's still bad. I mean, when you look at it that way, it's still like you can tell that you're just missing the strength sometimes.
But
Yeah.
you go into it knowing that, though. I mean, you're not watching it for the first time thinking, oh man, the fucking...
And fuck Kathleen Kennedy for not releasing the originals untouched on Blu-ray.
Is that
Still
Betsy
a
Ross
chance.
Lucas?
There's still a chance now. No, that's not Betsy Ross
No,
Lucas.
Lucas won't release them.
So, what we talk about in Machete Order. Machete Order is basically where you watch Episode 4, then 5, and then you go back to the prequels with 2 and 3, and then watch Return of the Jedi, followed by the numbered releases after Return of the Jedi. So then 7 and 8, and then you watch Rogue One.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Well, you see, here's the thing with Rogue One. It gives... that story had to be built up. Like, you had to want to know. Like, I don't think that story would have hit as well if we didn't want to know as bad.
Right, but here, like the whole point of it is to focus the story on Luke and his journey. So you start with Luke, you continue with Luke, and then you go back to where he came from, and then you finish with his growth into an actual Jedi, and then his fall from grace and his exile, and then with the Last Jedi, his return to prominence and his ultimate sacrifice.
Nah, that's dumb.
I'm still a big fan of the way they were released.
Or if you're going to do it any other way than I said, 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I would do.
Rogue One has to be seen after, at least after Episode 6.
See, I don't think. I think other than what I said, it's
Rogue One was more a nostalgia factor than Episode 7.
I would do, if you're going to do it that way, I would do Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8.
I think I agree with Tim. I think you have to watch Rogue One.
Yeah, I don't think you care
after the
enough
original trilogy
about.
Because when you see Vader come back on the screen,
Well,
and you see the ending, you see
But for somebody who's
CGI Princess
But
Leia.
for somebody who's never seen any of them before, to see that to be your introduction into Darth Vader just shows him as the most imposing
but that's why someone
villain.
who's never seen them watches them in chronological order.
But why do we care about what they're doing? Like, for story purposes, why is this so important? You would never understand why this is so important if you didn't see what the Death Star is capable of.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know that the reason they need to steal these planets because this is an ultimate battle station that can destroy a planet with a single laser blast.
Like
why is this so
like
big?
it does at the end of the movie?
Yeah, why does the sacrifice at Rogue One? Rogue One is a war film.
You see it at the
Rogue
end of the
One
movie.
is a war film. No.
Yeah, but why do you care about the whole movie it's at the very end of Rogue One?
But you don't know that Alderaan is, spoiler alert, for anyone who hasn't seen it.
Alderaan dies.
Yeah.
Alderaan dies.
Everybody
you
dies.
You don't know that you don't feel you don't see Alec Guinness or Obi-Wan. You don't see Obi-Wan sink into his chair and feel the death of millions of people crying out as one into the night. You don't feel that emotion of an entire planet getting destroyed. So then when you go back and watch Rogue One, you're like, wow, this mission is unbelievably important. And they will give their lives to make sure that this mission goes off and these plans get to the rebellion.
Yeah, I agree with Scott.
And why there were, I mean, I didn't like bawl, as in like cry, tears, but I definitely got choked up and watery.
At the end of Rogue One?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I
cried everything.
It
so
is
I don't
up there
count.
it is up there with the raw emotion of Saving Private Ryan.
Dude, when you see that Leia CGI, oh my god. It
Not
was
even the
When
Leia
you see
CGI.
fucking Vader back on the screen.
That was fucking invigorating. I didn't say I got a boner. I said, well, oh yeah.
No, not even the
Vader's my
Leia or the
homeboy.
Vader part. I'm just talking about the feeling that these people know that they are not going to live, but they have done their job and they are willing to give their lives for this. It is Saving Private Ryan. It is the moment when Matt Damon's old self goes and visits the grave of Tom Hanks' character. Another spoiler if you haven't seen Saving Private Ryan. You've been under a rock for too long.
Well, it was World War II, so I'm pretty sure they've all died by now.
Yeah, at this point.
Yes. Tim, what do you think the best way to watch the movies?
Oh, for the first time, chronological order. For sure.
Of release date.
When they were
Released.
Release date, chronological order.
Mikey?
I'd probably start with The Wrath of Khan.
Shit.
Yes. Actually,
No, you gotta start with the triples. The trouble with triples first.
no. Technically, you got to start with Space Seed, the original one that shows who Khan is.
I don't get caught up in what order to watch the movies because I'm not that huge of a Star Wars fan. Logically, I would say watch it the order they came out. Because that's just that to me that makes sense. I don't want to watch it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and somewhere in there you have Rogue One. I would watch it the order they came out. That way you have a little bit of you're invested in the characters. So when you get to see the backstory, you're like, yeah, I want to know a little bit more about what went on. Where did Vader come from? Why is he what he is? I've got no problem watching it in the order they were released.
Now nobody said it. Nobody said a damn thing about the fact that I did not mention that you have to watch in machete order, episode 1.
Right, because that's machete
You
order.
never watched
That's
episode
machete
one.
order.
Yeah,
Machete order
completely-
leaves
Machete order,
out
you don't watch
episode
episode
1. Always.
because you don't need it.
I think you need.
Now,
I personally
if
do.
you've seen them already, then definitely machete
to,
order.
to see Vader's origin or Anakin's origin, I think it's super important, and I think it's a great addition to the story. I'm a huge Vader fan, though, obviously.
I think you can start at
You
episode
can leave
2.
that movie out and still know
I
Vader's...
don't need a 20-minute pod racing scene. I'm sorry.
But I mean, you leave that out. There's no Qui-Gon Jinn. There's no Liam Neeson.
I'm okay with that.
He's a great character, but that character can't float that whole movie, in my opinion.
If he doesn't go before the council to plead his case, then there is no Vader.
But I think you can just start at episode 2 and know that there's an Anakin Skywalker who is training to be a Jedi. You don't need to know that someone lobbied for him because he thinks
he kills a
the
bunch of
chosen
Padawan.
one.
I've also changed my preferred order, I think.
2.
1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5. Then you watch all 3 Indiana Jones movies.
No, you have to watch the Indiana Jones movies first in your order.
Oh,
Except for Crystal Skull.
But does this include the Crystal Skull?
Because Crystal Skull is another movie you can throw away.
I said 3.
Oh, come on now. So you are in favor of Crystal Skull being an Indiana or not being an Indiana Jones movie, but you're entirely with the trilogy being Star Wars.
Yeah, they're that's completely different.
No.
How is it different?
Phantom Menace is Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, the Crystal Skull at least had a throwback to, was it Karen Allen? As, you know.
Crystal Skull had Shia LaBeouf in it.
I know, and there's no fixing that, okay? There's no...
Or he survived the refrigerator thing? Get the fuck out of here.
No, the Crystal Skull could be summed up with one word. Aliens.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage
Yeah,
is
it was
what
a garbage movie. It was a bad movie.
Garbage movie. We paid to see that in the fucking
Ooh.
theater.
Oh, I did too, and I regret it ever since.
I sailed the pirate ship all the way, man, on that one.
Oh my god. Not worth your time, money, or effort.
Or bandwidth, for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a way to get paid for 2.5 hours of that, it's not worth your time.
Was that Kate Blanchett
Yes.
that gets
She was
eaten,
in-
spoilers, by bugs?
Yep.
I don't remember. I
Blanchett.
only saw this. This is the only one that I saw only once
He's
and
blocked
never
it out of
watched
his
again.
memory.
Oh, I never watched it again. So going back to Star Wars.
Oh, goodness.
Going back to Star Wars, we wanted to preview kind of what we know of Star Wars Land so far, and we wanted to kind of get our thoughts on it. We haven't really talked too much about Star Wars Land. It opens in just over a year. We're thinking probably late 2019. I'm thinking this is a fall winter open.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
saying
If
summer.
we're lucky. I think we're gonna get held back a little.
Disneyland. All right, so the confirmed opening date or opening is that Disneyland's Galaxy Edge will open first, and then the Walt Disney World Resort will debut second. So we do know that Disneyland will get theirs first. It is a little bit smaller, but they're both about 14 acres of land. It's a big expansion for both of these parks.
Well, Hollywood Studios needs it bad.
Yeah, absolutely. So Star Wars first of all, I want to preface this by I am taking the information off the Disney Parks blog, a Disney-owned website. Okay, let's not make any ifs, ands, or buts about it. Disney owns the Disney Parks blogs. The title for this article, right? Well, some people think it's a blog that someone puts out. The title for this is 9 Things We Know About Star Wars Galaxy's Edge So Far.
I have the same article open right now.
Bullshit, you know it all. You just don't want to release it.
It's clickbait.
I know. I know.
No, but
I just
here's
find
the
it funny.
game with this.
It's what they're willing to tell us right now.
I disagree with this totally. Here's the game with this. They're going to find out something that they planned didn't work out because this happens all the time with Disney.
This is true. This is actually true.
And they take it away. So,
like the Disney princess houses that were supposed to be at New Fantasyland.
like my Tower of Terror bar.
Yep. So there are a couple things they have released so far. The name of the outpost that is Galaxy's Edge is Batuu.
Okay.
So
That's the name of the planet. It's supposed
the
to be.
name of the planet is Batuu. It is It is a once busy crossroads at the old sub-light-speed trade routes, but its prominence was bypassed at the rise of hyperspace travel. So basically, it's one that was originally a trading post, and because now people can get to Coruscant quickly, they go there.
It's Radiator
Basically,
Springs.
it's Radiator Springs in space.
Yes, Tim.
Oh God.
There's rumors that it's gonna be linked into the new books coming out.
Nobody
Starting with
reads.
the new Thrawn book that's coming out.
Yeah, I heard they did develop a whole book series based on this to tie it into the universe.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it was a whole series. I just heard it's going to be mentioned in one of the books.
I imagine that as this goes forward, there will be some sort of tie-in in the films.
Yeah. Oh, they will reference the Batu or whatever the hell it's called. It'll just be offhanded reference, but people who have gone to it are going to be like, "Oh my gosh, they know it exists! Oh my god!" And it's like, well, it was just a line that Disney said, "You want to write this? You got to put that in there." Are you? Do you hear me, Jon Favreau? You got to put Batu in your Star Wars series.
So the time period of this is after Return of the Jedi, but before Force Awakens. So that's the
why
time
I can't
period.
see it going in the movies.
Well, no, because the planet will still be there after Force Awakens, but the time period that you're visiting will be between.
Well, this
6
just gives them chance to advance the storyline in the park too. They can update it and say, "Hey, this now is after this story or after that story." So
I think they're going to keep it in the past.
Yep.
I think they kind of have to, and
because
I think that's why the way they're doing it with the introduction in the book, because the book that they're talking about takes place around that same time. So if they make a movie of that, all right, I can kind of see it being mentioned, but if it's going to be mentioned in the newer movies, it's going to be a throwaway line. However, I can see it playing a role in, what is it called? The Han Solo movie. Because that's taking place distant past.
Han Solo's Big Day Out?
Yes.
Han Solo's Big Adventure.
Han Solo's Big Greek Wedding.
Yeah.
Han Solo, this movie really didn't need to get made.
Yeah.
If you want an Obi-Wan movie, you gotta sit through the shitty Han Solo movie.
I know.
I want to see how he meets Chewie.
It's probably going to be at like
Han Solo and the Crystal Skull?
Yeah, it'll be Han Solo goes to Petco.
As long as fucking Shia LaBeouf's not in it, I don't know.
I hope he's in
to
it
see
somewhere.
When Chewie was a little baby Wookiee and Han had him neutered and he had to wear the coat of shame.
No. Isn't Chewbacca like 400 years old?
Hang on, you think Chewbacca's neutered? Yeah. No, he's got a family. Haven't you seen the Christmas special?
That was a joke.
Oh. Because I was ready to go down this fucking rabbit hole, man. I had my shovel and I was ready to start digging. We were going to discuss this.
No.
You think he's got junk, though?
He has lipstick.
Is it a human or is it like
he has a red rocket
dog?
Yes, he has a lipstick.
Little red rocket?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Little shit. You seen fucking Chewbacca?
That didn't mean anything. He's just tall.
Why do you think...
it's probably proportionate.
Why do you think that... oh, shit, what's her face? Maz liked him so much.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, she looked... I'm not even sure what the hell she was.
An alien? You dickhead.
They're all aliens, you cork soaker. Even Luke's a damn alien.
Alien racist.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Mikey.
I mean, she looked kind of reptilian, like a frog, really, with the glasses she had on.
It was almost like a salamander. So at Galaxy's Edge, we are going to have two attractions. One of them they've released a fair amount of information on, and that's the Millennium Falcon ride.
Oh yeah.
So one of the land's signature attractions will put you in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. It looks like there's going to be 6 to 8 people in this ride. Each will have some sort of job to do, buttons to press, a la Mission Space.
But they'll actually
these buttons are actually going to do something,
right,
from what I understand.
But we finally upgraded 1998 technology, and we can actually make the ride do things based on, you're pushing or not pushing the buttons. Because if you crash the Millennium Falcon, someone's coming for you.
Yeah, the cast members or the people in the land will make fun of you and shit, right?
Exactly.
All I see happening
Allegedly, yeah.
is a little boy crying hysterically off this ride because his father just screamed at him for 20 minutes for crashing the Millennium Falcon.
Well, you know what? That's called parenting.
And you know what? You know what I'm going to yell at my kids about? Have you never flown before? The controls are inverted, son. You pull back to go up. You pull
Up is
back
down,
to
down is
go
up.
up. Did you not see Independence Day?
So my first thought
One more
with this
time without
ride
the oops.
was how cool it would be if you're walking around and, you know, not necessarily the exact same frequency when Johnny Depp was in the Pirates ride in Disneyland, but like if you see Chewbacca just walk onto the ride with you and he takes a seat and he's like actually doing a station in the ride. Like characters coming with you. That'd be fucking incredible.
Peter
You know what,
Mayhew's got nothing to do.
That
That
was
motherfucker can't
allegedly.
even
Oh, he can't walk. Peter Mayhew can't walk anymore. That was allegedly what's going to happen.
Really?
We heard rumors when it first. Yeah.
So wait, real quick. What are the odds that Warwick Davis gets hired as a cast member?
Are they going to pay him 50
That's
cents?
his
Are they going to
dream
pay him
at this
50 cents a
point.
guest
Who are
that he's
you
talking
kidding?
to? Absolutely.
That guy will literally show up for anything.
You gotta
Yeah.
fill that fucking pot of gold somehow, Scott.
He'll do anything for a peck and a shekel.
He was in Leprechaun. That was the joke. It has nothing to do with him being short.
I know.
Hey, he was in Willow. He was in Willow, and he will always he will be Willow to me forever.
No, it's not as
I'm
funny as an
blanking.
idiot abroad when he puts him in that fucking balloon and makes him fly away in it.
I'm trying to think of the episode or the series with Ricky Gervais that he was in, where
That's an Idiot
Stephen
Abroad.
Merchant. No, was it? No, it was
It's an
like
Idiot Abroad
a.
with
It was
him
like a.
and Carl Pilkington.
No. There was a series about Stephen Merchant being his agent.
Oh, no, I don't know.
I can't think. of
Oh, I know what you're talking about. What was the name of that show?
I want to say it's like Little People or something like that. I can't remember, but it's.
Well, Stephen
but
Merchant must be a busy motherfucker.
Yeah. But it's a show about Stephen Merchant being his agent, and like Ricky Gervais is playing Ricky Gervais, and Warwick Davis plays Warwick Davis. It's hysterical.
Dude, Warwick Davis would clean the rims in your car for like $3.
He would.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, he wouldn't even have to bend over.
Life's Too Short.
Life's too short. That's it. Yeah. But yeah, so this one looks amazing. They've Disney has teamed up with NVIDIA to make this
Oh,
ride,
yeah.
and what essentially they've done is they have 8 high-end Quadro GPUs.
You know how much those video cards cost?
Tim looked it up.
$8,000 a piece.
Yeah.
And they're powering 5 huge monitors.
$40,000 per ride vehicle
In just videos.
in just video equipment.
Here's what that tells me. This is not going to be Star Tours where it's just a video in front of you. This is going to be rendered in real time off of a massive CPU. So whatever you're doing, that's how you know what you do will dictate what happens, because it's all being handled in real time. So you will get a different ride experience every time you go on this.
Well, you know what else it says? It says that this is upgradable and changeable.
Yes, it's they'll release a patch, and then you'll have some server downtime, and then you got to wait 40 minutes to log in.
Or you'll get on the ride and you'll see a blue screen of death.
I hope. Oh God, you know how happy that would be. This ride's equivalent
Mikey.
of the lights being on for Spaceship Earth.
All right, I'm about to
Space
bust-
Mountain, me.
Yeah,
I'm about to bust
it's all the
Mikey's
same to
nuts
me.
here.
Thank the Phoenicians.
I'm about to bust Mikey's nut here. Are you ready?
Well, I got to pee, so be careful.
Oh, hold on.
Careful what you're getting skeeted with right now, Scott.
Disney is not only teaming up with NVIDIA for this, but Epic Games. And they're gonna
That really doesn't do anything for me.
Why? They made Fortnite.
That kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but
That does scare me.
Storyline and gameplay have nothing to do with this ride. This ride is going to
very
entirely be about how good can it look running on these $8,000 graphic cards. at
I think
60
storyline's
frames
going to
per
be.
second.
I have to disagree with you. I think storyline's going to be real damn
Right,
important, considering.
but that's got nothing to do with
It's supposed to
Epic.
tie
Epic-
into the whole land and the hotel.
What I'm saying is Epic has nothing to do with the storyline.
Right.
Epic being
No.
involved is entirely about the graphics that we're going to be seeing. So
There's
what?
also-
They're just
Yeah.
using. It's not necessarily the graphic. It's the engine that the system is running on. you know?
Right,
So
and
let me
how,
give you
how
an
does it
example.
handle physics and how does it handle
Right,
the
it's
flight
more of a
mechanics
physics
of the
engine.
Millennium? Yeah,
Right.
that's what I mean, and that's what Epic is. Maybe that's why Fortnite is so fucking laggy and bullshit right now, because they're busy trying to
what I was
fly a
gonna
Millennium
say,
Falcon, chasing that damn comet that's going to crash into Tilted Towers.
Well,
So
the game of that, the thing of that is, I'm sure they have a totally separate team working on between
They do.
Fortnite and.
they do. They're
Well,
working.
Epic's a small
they're working
company
with.
still, so
They're going to be working with ILM and Lucasfilm for this. They've actually been working with them in the past. So you guys all remember K2SO, right? From Rogue One.
Alan Tudyk.
Yes.
Yep. That rendering
Matt Holmes?
was done. That rendering was done using the Unreal Engine. So Epic and Unreal have already worked with Lucasfilm and ILM for this.
But
They-
who's doing the artist work? Like,
I'm
that
sure it's
was-
ILM.
Yeah, ILM will be doing the artwork, and Epic will be doing the rendering with Unreal Engine.
Well, rendering is something.
I'm surprised they're
different.
even having to use Unreal and Epic. I'm surprised because ILM has their own in-house.
Yeah,
They
but
got rid of it. They broke that up a long time ago. Their video game service is gone.
Yeah, that's why we don't have that. What is it? That Battle Front or whatever that game was that had the not the stormtroopers, like the clone troopers
Yes.
oh yeah,
that came out back in the olden
That's been
days.
the one for Xbox.
LucasArts used to
Yeah,
have
and that was a solid game.
That was a good
LucasArts
game.
had a full gaming division, and Disney said, we're not playing this anymore," and shut it down.
And that probably
All I
ran
gotta
on the
s-
They get
Havoc
stuck
engine.
with EA.
All I gotta say is thank God they didn't go to EA with this shit.
Yeah, well, they knew better. I
Well,
think
you
they
have to
learned a lesson with
understand. EA games sometimes use the Unreal Engine. That's the thing that you're missing here. It's not like they're writing. The Unreal Engine is sort of like a tool.
FIFA uses Frostbite. Just saying.
Yeah, FIFA uses Frostbite.
Yeah, that's
Or
DICE. isn't it?
EA uses DICE and Frostbite.
Right, but that's you're looking at engines. It's a little bit different than actual game production.
EA
The
is
engine
never.
makes the game work, and the physics work, but you're not looking at the total like storyline and everything else. That's not what the engine does.
EA's never teamed up with Unreal. Unreal is completely separate. They've always done
Right.
their own, or they used Frostbite now, or they use
Right,
Frostbite
but
now.
but I'm just saying, like, for them to go to EA for this doesn't make sense. It's not an industry standard. EA is more a console gaming, where you have your Unreal Engine is more of a PC
True.
gaming system,
Which is why it's going to work
you're
so
looking,
much
you're
better.
comparing apples and oranges right now.
Hey, I'm excited. Yeah. Also, what I see coming from this, because you have the Unreal Engine powering it, is you're probably going to get some stuff that gets released before this, that is on mobile devices or on like your VR headsets, like your HTC Vive or your Oculus, things like
Yep.
that. You'll see stuff coming out ahead of this release using the Unreal Engine, probably to give
Do you
you
think
an
they'll
idea.
allow it?
I would say so, just to give you. I mean, I could see a full 3D
I don't think you need
walkthrough, that you would strap your
You'll-
phone to your forehead. And,
I can imagine they'll release a walkthrough of the Millennium Falcon. Like you
Why
can
would
walk
they do that?
around through that.
I don't think they do
They
that
would
at all.
be shooting their own selves in the foot at that point. Why would they do that?
If it's just a walkthrough,
They don't want you to go to the park to see.
No,
it.
I'm not saying like do the
They're gonna
actual
want you to
ride.
go
I'm
to-
saying
why is
go
there
into
no
the-
3D walkthrough right now? There's been multiple video games that have taken you to these parks. Multiple video games, released for multiple systems, that have taken you to the Disney parks. There is still not a
there's
virtual
been-
walkthrough of anything.
There's
But-
been two, and it's only been Disneyland.
no. There's been the two for Disneyland. There's been I can't remember the name of it, but there's still no virtual for Disneyland either.
Well, I mean that Xbox Connect one was pretty.
It's not
Immersive.
virtual.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. You walk
No.
yourself through Disneyland.
Yeah, but I'm talking about 3D true virtual reality. It's not what you can't compare true virtual reality to a 2D screen.
Well, I mean, it's 3D. If you play Disneyland Adventures,
Do you
for
have to
Kinect-
wear a headset?
No.
Then it's not
It's
virtual
not
reality.
3D.
I mean, it's
You're
pretty.
watching on your TV screen. It's not.
I have
pretty-
seen
it's pretty darn
virtual
close.
reality.
I have seen 360-degree videos of like It's a Small World from Disneyland during the Christmas overlay. It's difficult to do like full motion videos in 360-degree virtual reality because the file size is so ridiculously large. The technology for making an image 360 degrees, usually you have to shoot in like an 8K video resolution and then truncate it down so it wraps around and still looks like a 720p output. You know, it's lots of numbers and bullshit. But that's why
But
you're
it's-
not
it
seeing
can't
like
be-
a full
It's
motion.
not that difficult because at the same time you're having regular movie houses doing this now. Officially, like, you know, your XD movies and all this other stuff, all they're doing is making the film bigger. They're not actually filmed a lot of the times for XD. It's a dying thing. Your actual IMAX now is a digitally processed image to make it bigger.
Yeah.
Unless
true.
it's actually
shot
filmed on that
70
millimeter,
millimeter film, right?
which is very rare now. It's all digitally processed. So it's capable and the technology's out there. And it's just, it's doable. If for somebody like Disney, who has the horsepower behind it, it's doable. But they're going to be shooting themselves in the foot to sit there and release that first. They could have done it with Pandora.
I'm not saying walk through the Galaxy's Edge. I'm saying do a walkthrough of the Millennium Falcon where you can like go walk through the ship and just
We
like
could
check
have
it
that
out.
already. They already have Star Trek Bridge. They have for PlayStation as a VR game.
But you can't walk through it. You're stuck in a seat.
Well, it's not the Enterprise anyway.
Right.
No.
But I mean, the HTC Vive is doing some interesting things with their walking, moving platforms now.
Do you think that this attraction of the Millennium Falcon is actually going to have you walk through the full-size interior?
No.
Okay.
Well,
so
there will be
so
corridors.
that doesn't lead
They have
credence
built-
to the.
No.
Oh, they have?
Listen, they have built corridors that look just like the Millennium Falcon.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're gonna be
corridors,
part of
but
the
you're
whole
not going
ship.
to
Yes.
go. It's not going to be a full size. Like you're not going to have
No,
access
no,
to go
no, no.
anywhere, which is why a walkthrough might work because it's the whole thing.
No, it's
But
going to
I'm
be
just-
corridors where you look like you're walking into the Millennium Falcon and you're actually
Here,
just going
but then
into the cockpit.
at that point, how do you match that up with your attraction?
What do you mean?
Where's the tie-in there? Can I see it being something totally separate? Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm saying.
can't
It'd be
have-
totally separate, just for promotional purposes.
Yeah, you promo the.
you
know,
can't.
You do a commercial.
It's a bad promo because it's not an experience you can have.
Yeah, but it says, come finish the adventure at Disney's Galaxy's Edge.
But if I just walk through all of the, I love the idea, but if I just walk through this,
Oh, you're not
and
going to
then
care
I
once
get
you
there
on
and
that
I
ride.
can't walk through it,
You're not going to give a shit. Trust me.
I'm not, but
you're going to be nerding out,
a
man.
15-year-old
Everyone's gonna be
might,
nerding
a
out. It's
10-year-old
gonna be
might.
Amazing.
like I don't think they'd waste the time. And at the end of the day, the other question is, virtual reality is almost
Yeah.
DOA at this point.
Yeah, so I mean, look, this is going to be an amazing attraction. It really is. I think this. I dare to say this will be the flight of passage of Galaxy's Edge. This is going to be the headliner e-ticket attraction. Now they say.
I don't know if I,
I
agree
don't know
with that.
about that. I don't know if I agree with that either.
I think the other one's going to be
Because-
better, personally.
Based on the ride vehicle that I've seen, I don't think so.
I don't think we're gonna have a flight of passage / Navi River journey situation here, where flight of passage.
Oh
is,
no, it's not gonna be that
But
bad.
but that's what I'm saying. I think you have two e-tickets that are gonna be two totally separate experiences.
I think one is going to be markedly better than the other, and I think the Millennium Falcon is going to be better than the other one.
Yeah, all it's gonna take though to ruin that attraction for you is getting stuck with a kid who doesn't want to participate, who doesn't want to play. Yeah, there's a lot that's going into this, and it sounds like it's gonna rely on other people.
I hope that you're able to at least like help out. I hope you're within enough of a reach to help out or direct
Right.
them, and maybe that's the point, is to work together as a team.
Right, but at the end of the day, if you're like a 3-person group and you're going in with 5 strangers who don't speak English.
Well, that's true. Single rider is not your friend here.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I mean. It's like there's a lot of factors that are going to go into this that might make it a little weird. And I don't know how they're going to make it so individual at that point.
Well, maybe you'll be able to scan your magic band and be like, well, obviously you're going to scan your magic band when you get in there, and they'll know, the people, the cast members will know who fucked up the ride, who didn't, who did their job.
It's not going to, like,
and
send off an alarm when you scan it and it goes Brazilian
And
tour
Robinson will
group.
be waiting at the exit.
So what happens when you get bullied at the end of this attraction by the rest of the park goers because you missed the button?
Thing. What happens if you're the one who sucks?
You know
what? That's what, Mikey? That's life. So the second attraction will put you on a Star Destroyer. So this is the First Order Resistance fight attraction. Now this has been a lot more mystery. Except they kind of released a mock-up of the ride vehicle, which basically kind of looks like a 6-seater, an 8-seater like ride vehicle, almost like a trackless ride system. And this one will put you on a Star Destroyer at one point because we have seen renderings of that. And the ride will partly involve a rescue that doesn't go as planned. So the only things we really know about this is the code name for this attraction is Alcatraz. So it's basically going to be a rescue attempt to board a Star Destroyer.
You said that's the code name. That's Disney's code name for the attraction.
Disney's working title.
Okay, you had me for a
attraction
second.
is
I was thinking, okay, if the ride itself is using the word if this thing comes out and has Alcatraz in the name, it's going to suck me right out of.
It will not.
Well, you see, but here's the game with this. Disney is king of misdirection. I mean, yes, we could be all, it's codename Alcatraz. It's codename. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
it's a code name.
But I do think it's going to be a breaking out. You're fighting your way out of a Star Destroyer. I think
it's a rescue attempt, and then you have to get yourself out of that Star Destroyer and onto the Resistance transport.
Right.
I think you're going to be basically Rose and Finn, and you have to infiltrate a Star Destroyer. You're going undercover as Resistance. You're going undercover as First Order, and you have to help the Resistance here.
We'll see. I don't know what this is going to be yet. I don't.
Yeah, they've been very secretive about this one.
I
think it's a story. I think it's a very story-driven ride, and that's why they're playing it so closely to the chest.
The only thing
this is another one I will never watch until I experience.
Yeah. The only thing we do know is the ride vehicle is called a First Order Fleet Transport, and basically it's powered by an astromech droid in the front, and then there's 8 seats behind you that transports your troop. So I think this is basically a rescue mission where you pose as stormtroopers and rescue the princess in Cell Block D.
No, I don't think so.
Not obviously not that, because that's
the idea of it.
Movies, but that's the idea. I think you have to rescue someone and get out of the Star Destroyer and get onto the ship, and maybe you make it, and some make it, maybe some don't. Maybe because
is there an interactive element to this?
We've been told that there is an interactive element to each of these rides, and your decisions will influence how you're perceived in the Galaxy's Edge. So maybe there's some consequences to this.
What kind of consequence happens when there's 8 people on a vehicle, and I mean you can't really choose your own storyline with 8 different people.
That's my question.
Horizons did.
I wouldn't know.
No,
not a hipster
Horizons did not. Horizons did a vote, and whoever had the highest votes, whatever section had the highest votes, that's what you got.
Yeah, but that's going to take you out of whatever the ride is if you have to start raising your damn hand or pushing a button to pick what you do next.
Now I did see in my kind of like brief research for this, I did see some shots that someone took of a panel that is supposed to be on this, and there's buttons on the panel. So maybe there is, and it clearly looks like Imperial technology or First Order technology rather than part of the Millennium Falcon. So maybe there are buttons.
How do you know you're not on the other side of this? How do you know you're not trying to chase down?
Oh, you could be.
I mean, we don't know, but I think that would be much more fun. But
well, you just want to be a bad guy.
Well, yeah, because we already got a good guy ride. We need a
You
bad
need
guy.
a bad guy ride. Everybody wants to be the bad guys in Star Wars sometimes. I don't care what anybody says.
I always
Come
wanna
to the
be
dark
bad guy in
side.
Star Wars.
See,
do
so
Oh, see, I always liked the Jedi. I always wanted to be a Jedi.
We know.
okay.
Fucking
Jedi,
Steve
no love,
Rogers.
no sex. I'll pass. Thank you.
Steve.
I want to be the son that Darth Vader never had.
Wait, what?
He's a
You mean a-
cyborg baby.
You mean a whiny little bitch?
No, I want to be the one
I
he
don't
actually
like
loved.
sand.
It gets everywhere.
But I wanted to go to Tashi Station and pick up power converters with my friends.
I don't like sand either.
I'm good with sand, really.
I'm okay with sand.
I like it on paper.
Fine.
I like it near the beach. I like it when it's entirely the beach.
I like it with a witch.
It's Tim.
Sandwich.
Dad joke of the day. Oh God.
Not just the men, the women and the children too.
All right, so we do know there will be two restaurants. One will be a cantina, but not the cantina.
Yeah, we all know what it's gonna be though.
I know.
Well, it can't be the cantina because it's not on the right planet.
Right, it's not on
Well,
Tatooine.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not
but
like
I have a
Tatooine.
feeling it's gonna be markedly
It-
similar.
Close. Is it gonna be a close similarity?
Do you
to
think
it?
they will have the cantina music or just something
No.
similar to it?
Oh, I think it's going to
You're
be.
gonna have Rex as
very
a
much the
DJ.
same.
No, you're gonna have Rex as a DJ, like Tim said. There's
If-
a DJ.
That
If they
doesn't
don't,
work
if
for
they
me.
Captain
don't
Rex is gonna
have
be a DJ.
Fingern Dan and the modal nodes, I'm going to be disappointed.
They're not gonna have.
What
that.
about the band from fucking Jabba's Palace?
Yeah, what about Sunny Eclipse?
That fucking
No.
frog monster
Oh,
bitch. Nobody wants part of
fuck
that.
Bring Sonny back.
And the Space Angels. And the Space Angels.
No,
Fresh from
no.
Zoo York on the planet.
Yeah, so we know you'll be able to get blue milk there. The other thing that has been talked a lot about is there will be a fine dining restaurant in the land.
Oh, Coruscant.
Twi'lek servers, you know. I'm interested to see how cast members have to dress up. Are there going to be cast members that serve you as Twi'leks?
I doubt it.
I mean, that's a lot of makeup for a cast member.
That's
There's
what
a lot
I'm
of
saying.
makeup.
There should be a
That's way
server
too
in a
much
hot
time.
kitchen going to run food. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I can't
sweaty
picture
just
that.
thinking about it.
They would probably
So-
have.
Slave Leia costumes.
Nope.
Oh yeah. Yep. Do that.
That's,
All right.
That's not happening.
That's my vote.
I hear. No, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
You know what, Trent? Save that for our How to Adult Star Wars Land episode. So yeah, there will be there will be a quick service cantina where you can get probably food and drinks. And then there will be a fine dining restaurant or a signature dining restaurant that will be booked 180 days out every single fucking time for the next decade.
I will get it. Hey, if I got a ticket if I got a spot when whatever the hell,
Be our guest.
Be Our Guest opened, the year it opened, I will get a spot.
Oh
for this
yeah,
damn
no, I'm
restaurant.
definitely gonna have to go here. Definitely.
Do
gonna
you
have to go
think
here.
the food, the names of the food, will be themed as though you're on a different planet? I mean, obviously it's chicken, but what the hell are they going to call the chicken dish?
No, there's definitely going to be another octopus dish.
Breast of
Porgs.
tauntaun.
No porgs?
Words.
Yeah. Porg wings.
Pork wings.
I just that
Well, the
Bantha tenderloin.
for the Disney for the Star Wars Galactic Nights, whatever, they do have a pork dish.
Yeah, they do.
So, I'm just saying.
Does it look up at you with those big
It's
big
chicken.
eyes? Of course it's
Oh, I'm
chicken.
just saying, tauntaun wing or porg wings, tauntaun, filet of tauntaun. You get some bantha
ribs.
tenderloin.
I think.
And I thought
but
they
you
smelled
see,
bad
all
on the
of that
outside.
would so take me out of that experience.
Wookiee nuggets.
I don't think they'll be like that.
That can mean something totally different.
with a cream
No,
sauce.
no, it's Rocky
See, I
Mountain
told
oysters.
you Chewie
Adam.
was neutered.
No, and even nuggets. You have to be careful with that word.
No, they're Kashyyyk
Yeah,
nuggets.
they're Kashyyyk oysters.
They're Kashyyyk oysters.
So yeah, they'll have those two restaurants. I think they'll be good. I mean, I will be excited to eat at both of them for sure.
I want a mouse droid to deliver my meal.
That's what I want. I wouldn't mind an all droid sort of like serving staff. It's doable.
You know, I could see the cantina having Trenton's little train track conveyor belt thing delivering. I could see that happening in the cantina here. Because it would be kind of cyberpunky.
What I think we will have is, have you guys seen the videos of the cruise ships that have like the cyborg arm that makes your drinks for you?
Yes.
I think we will have something like that. I think we will have a droid making drinks.
I don't think so. I don't think that for the amount of people that they're going to have to serve.
Yeah, they're gonna play up the character
element
of this.
But if it's a droid, no tips.
This is true. Speaking of characters,
droids are people too.
Speaking of characters, you will be able to encounter many familiar faces inside Galaxy's Edge. BB-8 will be there. Chewbacca will be there. Members of the First Order. As Tim said earlier, or Tim or Adam, I think, said this, but Rex will be the DJ of the cantina. So he'll be spinning the 1-2s.
Do we think Phasma will be here still? I mean,
no.
But you know what?
Yeah.
If you're gonna give me
She's
BB-8,
dead.
give me
This is
BB-8. Don't give me BB-8 sitting on a crate that'll only move his head.
well, she was supposed to be dead after The Force Awakens, too. All I'm saying
Wait,
is...
No, this is all set before Force Awakens. Remember.
Oh,
Phasma will be there.
So Phasma's not Phasma yet.
No.
She's Lieutenant Phasma.
She'll have a meet and greet, but I don't think she'll
Yeah.
be roaming the streets.
So there also will be shops, of course, because you know what is a Disney park without merchandise?
Well, and it takes place on a trader planet, so it would have to have
So it
shops.
kind of makes
Obviously.
sense.
This is the best part.
Oh,
The
enlighten
toy
me.
shop will be run by a Toydarian.
How?
That's what it says. One stall will be overseen by a Toydarian.
Oh, a
So-
stall.
And you're not.
Yeah, one stall. It's
You
gonna
have to be
so-
really careful with
so
the wording when Disney uses that kind of wording.
Think of this as this is going to be an open air marketplace of like Istanbul or Morocco, or Marrakesh. Imagineers went there and they wanted to recreate this like open air market, so they'll have individual stalls. So if you've ever been to like arcades in Paris where they have these open air markets, they will have each stall will have a proprietor, and one of them will be an animatronic Toydarian.
That you probably can't buy anything from.
Well, you'll be able to interact with them, and there'll be someone like selling you shit as the front end of it.
They prefer junk, Scott, not shit.
Sorry, junk traders.
So,
Damn it,
Well, I
Scott.
find it funny that you're not going to be able to buy any actual like Galaxy's Edge merchandise, like T-shirts and shit, in Galaxy's Edge.
Well, you can already buy
You have to
them.
go outside of that section of the park.
I'm pretty
to buy
sure
that
you can
stuff.
already buy Galaxy's Edge stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it won't be sold in that section.
It won't be sold in
It's
Galaxy's
immersion
Correct.
breaking.
yeah, it's kind of the whole Avatar. Well, no, what? No, they sell the Pandora
They
shit
do,
in Pandora.
Well, they do, because the story of Pandora is that there's
It's a conservation project.
it's a
yeah,
tourist.
it's a
attraction.
tourist
Right.
attraction. Yeah, I got you.
Well, yeah, you'll find
Roswell.
you might find Batu stuff there, but you won't find it. It won't say Star Wars Galaxy Edge. It might say like visit Batu or something like that.
Yeah.
Probably. Well, I went to Batu and all I got was this stupid T-shirt.
I'm
they have
sure
that
they'll
t-shirt,
have a
I'm
shirt
buying it.
with DJ Rex on it.
Well, they already have a hat.
Batu-
they have a
Batu
they have a
House
shirt with
ears.
DJ Rex on it.
We have-
You can buy that in the Disney parks right now. You can buy it on the Disney Shop website too. It says Galaxy's Edge landing 2019.
Well, they are committed. They're already giving it a date.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're printing it on a wearable.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
merchandise.
That always worked out for them real well.
Oh yeah,
Test
constantly.
I'm looking at you, Test Track.
Looking at most of the things in Epcot.
Yeah, we're just looking at you, Epcot.
Hey, Frozen opened on time.
Where's my Spain pavilion? Frozen was just like a
Frozen was an
coat of
overlay.
paint.
Yeah.
It's got fucking some of the most groundbreaking animatronics in the parks. In
Does
Frozen.
it? It's a snowman.
That
No,
follows your
Elsa's pretty-
fucking boat and talks to you.
But didn't
Yeah, I know where
Elsa's
you
a
guys are
pretty
going.
good one.
Let him have the magic, guys. Okay, don't spoil it for him. Let him think it's the same animatronic from the beginning to the end.
I'm talking about the first scene where you see him, where Sven is
No,
sitting
he
there at
does.
the end. He follows you.
that's just a pre-programmed sequence. Though.
Right, I get it. It's still incredible.
The Easter Bunny's not real. That's just a guy in
Mike,
a
how many times have you
costume.
been on the Frozen ride?
I never have.
No, then why the fuck are you even talking about it?
Then you can't
You
go.
it does have some pretty advanced animatronics.
Yeah, well, those are all 2.0s,
Yeah, they're
aren't
all
they?
2.0s.
In Frozen?
Oh, I love my job.
They're the Seven Dwarfs.
Like Buzz Lightyear.
Oh.
No, Buzz Lightyear's
No,
not 2.0.
Buzz Lightyear is still.
No, I'm thinking of when we fixed Toy Story Land.
Oh yeah.
My Buzz Lightyear.
So yeah, there is merchandise already out there. If you go to the Disney Parks shopping app, you can find it there. It's just basic T-shirts with Star Wars on it. So
What about
obviously,
the thing
I
in
think,
Downtown Disney?
what's that?
The thing in Downtown Disney?
Oh,
The
yeah.
virtual reality
store?
thing?
Yeah, the what's it called?
Secrets of the Empire at the Void.
That thing.
The virtual reality thing, that's what I call it.
Yeah.
I don't
I think
remember.
at the store.
It was a pop-up thing. No, I think
No,
it's
it's
gone.
not.
No,
a
it's
pop-up.
still there.
No, it's not
pop-up.
pop-up.
I think it's permanent.
I will say every time I've watched like somebody's video review of it, almost everybody has had problems when they go through it the first time, so they get to go back and go through it a second time, and they're like, "Oh, it was amazing," but the first time, because I would bet that much like what's going to be on the Millennium Falcon ride, this thing probably also runs through some type of a live rendering while you're going through it, and it locks up on people and stuff like that. It looks amazing though, from what I've seen. I mean, you're actually walking through the actual building or corridors or ship or whatever you're going through. And it's just overlaying it in VR. So if you reach out and touch a panel, the panel is there in real life and you're really interacting with it. But what you see, in real life, it's probably all painted gray. But what you see, is done up in the with the VR software.
Now, I've heard
So-
incredible things about this. Like, if you sit down, the bench is really there.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick up a blaster and throw it to your friends and they can catch it, and it's...
Oh no.
Oh no, I haven't heard about that
Oh,
shit.
Mark.
yes. Like, you can pick up
In
the
May,
blaster,
excuse me.
throw it, they can catch it. You can hand them out. I mean, I've heard it's
So
fucking
should
crazy.
we do this in November?
Oh, yeah.
I want to have a couple of drinks at Jock Lindsay's first.
I think it's
and
only
then
No,
go
three.
no,
down.
no, no,
I think it's
no.
either-
I need to do this sober
Is it three?
first.
It's 3 or 4 people, though. It can only be 4, I think.
Green teas for everybody.
Oh,
And
it's
you
like
have
fucking
to
Fortnite.
actually make a reservation for it if I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
if
the
I'm
the
not.
cool thing is it's only like $35.
And everybody gets
You
quiet.
get this. Well, they put this
It's not that
huge pack on you, which is basically they strap a computer to your back that runs the VR headset and everything else you're handling, and then every room you go into has all these sensors that track you in 3D space. So
Right.
if you look at
I'm gonna have to do this.
do what, Adam?
Oh, we're doing it in May.
Well, when
Hands-
you guys do it, definitely report back. Cause I'm interested.
Trenton, are you doing it in April? Well, later this month.
We're going to Disney Springs on that Friday, so...
See if you
Awesome.
can make a reservation for it.
Yeah, yeah, that would be 4 of us. That would work out. We're doing that, and I'm doing Art of Shaving.
Huh?
You're actually gonna get your
No,
beard shaped?
yeah. I'm gonna
No,
give it a fix
he's
it.
going to get it like shaped and some coconut oil and some other bullshit to put in it.
Make it not look so much like a
Amish man.
homeless
It
Amish
doesn't
person.
look bad.
It would look better if you weren't so pale.
Let's put it this way: you'd probably fit in with the Robinsons.
You guys are just jealous.
No, I can
not
grow
jealous.
a
I
beard
like
like
my
that. I
beard.
just won't.
All right,
My
Scott,
beard's
you're
pretty.
just jealous.
Me?
Yeah,
No.
we've seen your
No.
beard, Scott.
I don't think I would look good with a beard.
There's a reason my son calls you No Beard.
I wouldn't look good with a beard.
I don't think I would look good with a beard. I don't think I would look good with $1 million either, Scott.
Right now, my 13-year-old has more
No,
hair on his face, Scott.
I don't think my face is built for a beard. I just don't. I've got a pretty face.
Yeah,
Aw,
I,
you
got
think
I
she's
think it's
pretty.
I think it's the slim, feminine features. Most women don't look good with beards either, Scott. So
Oh,
That's gotta stay in.
how's that hairline coming there, buddy?
real shitty, by the way. You're making fun of like 2/3 of the show. So.
That's the lowest common denominator. Yeah,
I am
really.
follically challenged as well.
I see
so-
Adam rubbing his. Stephanie always points mine out to everybody. You know, oh yeah, he gets so stressed out. Sometimes he grabs it and just pulls it straight up, and he's got this island going on. I'm like, no, woman, it's a peninsula. I don't have an island.
It's an archipelago.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Mikey, all you need to do is just step out in the sun for a little bit, and then you just look like you have a full head of hair.
Burst into flames.
Yeah,
Wow.
Trenton's right. I got
okay.
a sunburn in 35-degree rainy weather, taking up donations for Make a
Like
Wish
me
last
walking
week.
into a church. We both burst into flames.
Shit.
But there is a way you can already check out what Star Wars Galaxy Edge looks like. If you are in Hollywood Studios, go over to the Walt Disney Presents exhibit and you can see a model of the land. It looks really cool. It's gonna be
Also, from what I understand, that attraction currently has one-man stream again.
Oh, does it?
For right now. Until they have another movie to
Oh, hang
promote.
on. This goes back to last week. We had a big ass argument about one man stream, didn't we?
Yeah,
It's currently showing it there.
it's currently showing again.
Well, good,
So-
because everybody likes that.
Yeah,
I do.
I like it.
I do.
Like it
I
better
can't
than-
tell you how many times I've gone to see that because I
Walt
haven't.
Disney,
How many times?
Walt Disney prevents
He can't.
shit.
He
That,
literally can't tell you how many times.
He can't tell because he's never seen it.
who's never seen one?
Mikey's never seen One Man Stream.
Mikey's never seen it.
It's important to see it if you're a Disney.
Yeah,
It's worth
it's-
seeing.
It's important to see it for the history.
I agree. It is definitely better than Walt Disney presents a bunch of shit he didn't know about.
Walt Disney presents a bunch of shit that happened after
Yeah.
he died.
And now here's something new.
Here's Moana, 45 years after I've been dead.
And it wasn't my idea anyway.
More than that.
Hey, you never know how far he'll go.
That's true. So you definitely go check it out if it's there. Who knows if it's there right now, but it's been there for the last few weeks, and then all of a sudden they're back to One Man Stream.
Maybe it's over at the spaceport now. Launchpad?
Launch bay.
Space
Launch bay.
Bay. Space Bay.
Launchpad. McQuack?
Bayport?
Space Jam. Airport.
I don't think it's there, but there are 2 Kylo Rens.
Don't
Space
Yeah,
War.
they are, and that just pisses me off. We waited to meet
Oh,
the
me
first
too.
one, and then we're like, "Oh yeah, where's the DVC now? Well, it's over here. Okay, cool. Who is that back there? It's Kylo Ren." We said, "Nope."
Well, that's like the Visa Chase card. It's like, oh, look, who's the...
Well, that's
Oh,
what he's
okay.
talking about.
I thought you said something about DVC.
He did say DVC.
He misspoke.
well,
They
Disney-
don't have a
Yeah.
DVC.
It's Disney Visa card.
Which
Disney
is
Chase.
fucking horseshit because Darth Vader's been there, and they have Darth Vader's, but he's never there.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I can meet Kylo Ren
He was
here?
there the day before we got online to do it. When we got online to do it, it's fucking
Yeah, I would
Kylo
fucking
Ren.
rage. Also, they took the fucking Jawas out.
I know, that was
Yes.
so cool. Ethan meeting the Jawas was so awesome. They had so much fun with them. They danced for them to the Cantina song that was playing overhead. They that was the best.
I
They
can't
were
believe they
awesome.
took them out. It's fucking, it makes me legit butthurt.
That is bullshit, actually.
You got a soft spot for the Jawas.
Yeah, right in my butt.
You
Butthurt.
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. I was just waiting.
These aren't the roids you're looking for.
Trent wants to trade a Jawa for a dildo.
Whatever, man.
The
It was
butt
more like
plug.
Preparation H.
Cucumber, I don't give a fuck. Space cucumber?
So on some other news. Star Wars Galactic Nights is returning May 27th. There's gonna be some awesome food, some drinks there. Some of the new stuff for this year is it's an inspirational dish from Trenton's favorite movie, The Phantom Menace. There are 2 gazpacho dishes. It's a dueling gazpacho dish featuring a spicy red pepper and a cool cucumber melon variant, and they kind of resemble the lightsabers of Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul.
I will not be partaking.
And it looks good though.
I'm not allowed.
What?
Yeah, there's that whole allergic reaction to melon. That
Oh,
might
that's right,
be
yeah,
dangerous
yeah,
for
Plus, we
me.
won't be there for Galactic Nights, so there's that.
They have a 3-cheese pasta containing a mix of mixed meatball of beef and lamb. That sounds good.
That sounds very good. I like pastas and lambs.
I like
It
lamb.
actually looks really good. The food looks
I like
good.
the silence of the lamb too.
It's got lamb balls in it, from what Scott said, and cheese.
They're bringing back the
Lamb oysters?
the pork leg.
Lamb fries.
The pork leg will be there, and then a surf and turf dish, which this sounds really good, Tim. You might like this. Well, you might like half of it. A lemon diver scallop with a pork belly.
The surf.
Yeah. The surf is the diver scallop. The turf is the pork belly. It looks pretty good. So Star Wars Galactic Nights will start on May 27th. Food looks good, man. I will say, food looks pretty damn good.
I don't think the food ever looks good at those parties.
I kind of agree with that.
I don't know. Some
'Cause
food looks good.
It looks good in the preview.
It's a lot of lipstick.
Yeah, well, yeah. The fish and chips looks pretty good.
It's fish and chips.
Yeah, I mean, that's not like brain surgery.
It's a lot harder than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
Yeah. I mean,
Getting that batter
know.
right.
getting the batter right and then getting it fried and not having it be soggy and shitty later.
See,
Yup.
but that's... I picture it being soggy, because if they're
Oh, at this
serving it out
party,
of a
it's going to be
cart-
fucking soggy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But that's what I mean. It's not going to be good quality.
That's
You might as well just throw a French fry, fish stick in a deep fry.
although
and
wasn't
it'll be better
Wozni,
off.
Josh Wozni was there the other day and he said he liked it. It was a Galactic, or not, that wasn't Galactic Nights, that was the Galactic Spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's... I don't
Same
know.
idea, right?
So
Galactic
this one-
Night sponsored by Gorton's.
Yeah. So this
Presto
part
Gordon,
interests me.
fisherman.
They're gonna have a wine flight from the Skywalker Ranch wines.
I haven't liked one of them yet.
The Pinot Noir, the Somita Pinot Noir, wins a ton of awards. It's apparently really good, and they
I don't
make
think
it in
we
a
liked it.
they make 2 varieties of it: a Pinot Noir and a Pinot Noir Rosé, which is supposed to be really good as well.
I don't like rosés. I
Oh,
really
Disney
don't
likes
rosés.
some rosé right now.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
They
because
love
hipsters
some
like
rosé.
rosé.
If you've ever had
Yeah, we know a guy that likes
Yeah,
that.
we're kind of
So-
pioneers.
our neighbor brought us a bottle of Pinot Noir Rosé wine from France, and it was actually really good. I don't really like rosé wine, but this was really good. It didn't have that like sweet sugary flavor. It's pretty
I don't
damn
like
good.
sweet wines.
It's not.
Neither do I. I like dry wines.
It's not. It wasn't. But the menu is over at the Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge and Baseline Tap House, so those will be there. The Baseline Tap House will have the chili octopus, the eclair trio, ribeye steak puff, vegan curry, no thank you, the C3PO charcuterie, the dueling gazpacho, and the Skywalker wines. The Skywalker wines.
So do we get hipster versions of John Williams?
That's what I was going to ask.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, it's the acoustic collection of John Williams.
Lovely.
The Hollywood Brown Derby will have the surf and turf, the tofu and noodle salad, eclair trio, shrimp and chorizo skewers, wagyu beef sliders, the charcuterie, and then also the Skywalker wine. So,
Did you say tofu?
Yes.
Why
Yes.
they gotta throw that shit in there? Vegetarians don't like fucking tofu, dude.
Hey, listen,
Well,
this is like low carb. It should be your thing right now, man. It's your bag, baby.
it's a tofu and
Tofu's
noodle
not low
salad.
carb.
I wouldn't know. I've never
Vegetarians
eaten it
are people
before.
too,
Is
apparently.
tofu carbs? I don't think
Pretty
tofu
sure
has
it's
carbs.
a legume,
It's a vegetable.
It's a bean.
Is butter a carb?
This was protein.
Right, but it's a starchy.
It's all
It's a
protein.
starchy bean.
You know what?
It's
Just
fun.
eat them. Just eat them and be happy.
But if you do want to do this, you need to book a reservation. You have to call 407 WDW Dine. That's 407-939-3463. You have to book a reservation for these. They do sell out. From 7 p.m. to midnight, they do sell out. Trust me. Plenty of nerds go.
There's actually not many carbs in tofu. No, you're right.
Oh. See?
Ah, it's curd.
Look at that.
Yeah. Like, so you
It's
could make
actually
like
pretty
tofu poutine. Tofu-tine.
Tofu team.
But without the French fries. It would have to be like sweet potato fries that are low carbs or
That's
No, it'd be
not
cauliflower fries.
cauliflower
Tofu
fries.
probably.
No, I like it. I like
With
it.
I
Because
don't do
apparently
like Disney.
them crazy hipsters think you can make everything out of cauliflower, pizza crust, hamburger buns,
Rice.
You really
mashed
can.
potatoes.
rice.
Listen, we did mashed cauliflower.
It's decent.
You know what it's not, though? It's not a potato.
That's for sure.
No.
You can
Andrew
definitely
made,
tell it's not a potato.
Andrew made fried rice using cauliflower rice or riced cauliflower. I kind of liked it.
You know what it's not? It's
damn
not
good.
rice.
But Scott, you're the bougie hipster of the group.
I am not a hipster.
Okay, but you're bougie, so that counts.
You know what's funny is I'm
Your
really
hairstyle is pseudo-hipster, Scott.
Yeah, it is.
It may be, but I'm definitely not hipster. Hipsters don't watch motocross.
You...
Yeah, in
No.
10 years they do. You were just hipper than them at the time. Because normal people don't watch that shit, I can tell you.
Man, I was watching motocross this morning, and they decided to forego New York for Seattle. An outdoor stadium in Seattle in April. It was the muddiest track I've ever seen. Like, bikes were getting stuck standing up. It was amazing. And also horrible.
Do you own a Fox hat?
No. I own a Troy Lee Designs hat, though.
You have the shirt on. Yeah, no, you
have the shirt on.
need a Fox motocross hat.
I don't really like anyone that races
So
on
whenever
Fox,
when you say to Andrea, I'm running down to the store real quick, she can say, "Where the Fox hat?"
Wow. Boy, that
took a really long time to get there.
Yeah, I don't really
Not that
remember
good
the
of a
way the
payoff.
guy told the joke on TV, but it
Yeah.
had something to do with the
I was
London
asking what the
Underground.
Fox says.
That was like a 2-week safari to see a giraffe.
Well, I mean, it's giraffe.
Yeah, it's a giraffe.
It's more like a 2 weeks safari to see a meerkat.
To see Scott.
You can felch a meerkat if you try hard enough.
All right, so let's
Okay, on that note,
on that note,
let's wrap this up.
so on a couple rapid fire things I wanted to ask you guys.
Pew pew pew.
Pew pew pew. Yeah. Trenton, who is your favorite Star Wars character? If you could meet anyone at Galaxy's Edge in 2019, who would you pick?
You know I have a Darth Vader tattoo, right?
Yeah, but I've already met Darth Vader. That doesn't count.
I haven't met Darth Vader.
You underprivileged child.
So I would say Darth Vader. So without going with the softball of Darth Vader, I don't know if it's possible, but Grievous is definitely my second favorite villain.
That would be cool.
But it would be very hard for them to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, Grievous,
Tim, what about you?
Grievous is awesome.
Well, like Trenton said, the softball for Darth Vader. I would love to meet Darth Vader because we got fucked with the Chase visa, not meeting him. But I was gonna say Ahsoka Katana.
Ahsoka Tana.
You
Ashley.
just took mine.
I met her one time. She was collecting cans for the Cardinal Wives. It's actually Ashley Eckstein. Her husband is David Eckstein. He used to play for the Cardinals. The Cardinals.
Remember that cricket noise?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the time.
that was the time. To ask.
She honestly, Ashley Eckstein is an amazing person to add to the Star Wars universe. She does so much with the My Universe thing for girls.
But that's what Ahsoka's is about.
I know.
Really, when you think about it.
She's amazing, and she dives right into the Star Wars. She loves it. She is a fan first and an actor second. So Adam, what about you?
Well, Tim stole mine because I love Ahsoka. I would want her to have her own film. I think I've discussed this already.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I would actually like to actually have an actual meet and greet with Rey if they did it correctly.
I don't see why they can't. They have her on that stage show, right?
It's the vocal inflection. It's
Yeah.
very difficult. It's the same problem that you're gonna have with when everybody meets Star-Lord, when everybody meets the actual face characters that are not quite there. Like, it's not like they're meeting Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow is a character.
Caricature, yeah.
Yeah, of himself, pretty much.
Yeah. Himself and Mick Jagger or Keith Richards.
Right. Where you meet some of these other characters and you want them to look a certain way, and they don't. It really takes you out of the experience.
You should just get one of
Mikey-
Daisy Ridley's sisters.
There you go.
Mikey, what about you?
at my core, I want to say like K2SO, but I think it's just because of Alan Tudyk. And there's no way you can meet the actual droid because, the physical limitations of the human body. Not gonna happen. On the other hand, it's like, damn it, why not like a... I don't know if a Yoda meet and greet would be worth a damn either. Because it'd just be it'd be a mask and someone of a very diminutive stature.
Warwick Davis.
Or Scott.
We can put him in.
I think Yoda's smaller than Warwick Davis.
It
would have to be an animatronic.
I know, and I wouldn't like that either. So, God, really, and this is going to be so unpopular, but I would probably get a kick out of some type of a pod racing scenario and meeting like Sebulba.
What?
Because that would be an easy one to do as well.
I mean, yeah, it
Sebulba.
would be okay, Jar Jar.
Oh my God!
you.
No.
You're still trying to pimp saving.
No,
Jar Jar
I'm
Binks.
saving. I'm saying for me, just like for the whole gimmick side of it, because I've already done the
would be
the Kylo
the character that would have to have the most security ever.
Oh my God!
I've met the Chewbacca. I don't know. A Han Solo meet and greet would not work. A Princess Leia meet and greet would never work. A Luke Skywalker meet and greet would.
What do you guys think about this rumor that's going around about Meryl
No.
Streep?
It's a lie.
I don't
though.
see it happening.
I thought it was already
if
determined
It was
that
already
that was
debunked.
fraud.
if it is,
you can't have anybody take over that role.
I'm
Just kill her
not
off.
gonna get my opinion because I want to make everybody's little feelings hurt.
No,
I don't think you would.
I already heard it was discredited.
Yeah, it was just a fan driven theory.
Yeah, but Meryl Streep.
Don't start.
No.
All I see with Meryl
Oh,
Streep
God,
is
here we
death
go.
becomes her.
Yep. No, I totally see that too.
No, she was in
The
the
Devil
Bridges
Wears
of
Prada.
Madison County with Clint Eastwood. She showed them streep titties in that movie.
I didn't see that movie either.
I do not like her.
But nobody can be Princess Leia but Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
She gone.
Yeah, she's gone. And look, unfortunately, I think they'll just explain it away. I don't think they'll do it any kind of like.
Well, the issue was the next episode was going to be heavily Leia-centric.
It was going to be her swan song. Like every character for the last 3 movies, you can already see where this was going.
Right.
Yeah. Every main character was getting their last and then get killed off.
Luke didn't get
So-
killed off. He just decided, I'm done with this shit.
And he, vaporized himself.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying
Force
it was their
ghosted himself.
each one was a swan song. It was the end of their story. So the next one would have made sense to be Leia's.
Odds that what are the odds that J.J. Abrams brings back Luke as a Force ghost?
In a solar flare.
Yep.
Adam was so excited about that. Did y'all see his face?
He was.
Riding a
Holy
Transformer.
I think Luke will be with Obi-Wan and Yoda. In some
Yeah, I mean
capacity.
J.J. Abrams has no real creativity, so yeah.
Obi-Wan, Yoda, and fucking
Qui-Gon.
It's gonna be
I just want my
J.J.
Obi-Wan
It's gonna be
movie
J.J.
already.
Abrams' fucking Darth Vader funeral pyre scene.
Yeah.
Okay, the
yeah,
problem
probably.
I have with this is that J.J. Abrams doesn't really close stories well. in my
Have you
opinion.
seen Lost?
Nope.
Yeah, that's my problem. I've seen Lost and I've seen Alias.
Mikey, I saw the first
They both
episode,
jumped the
and I
shark.
said, they're all in purgatory. And I didn't watch another one after that. And then, 7 years later, they're in purgatory.
Because they swore that they weren't going to do that, and then they turned around and did that.
Yeah. He's predictable. I don't like J.J. Abrams. I really don't.
I have it's fine. He does have very good ideas, and I like his creative, but he never knows how to end anything.
You might as well get M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
no.
to
Oh, no.
throw his
Look,
movie.
no.
look at
He hasn't
Cloverfield.
wrote
We
a
don't know
movie
what the
yet.
hell is going on with Cloverfield.
Okay, so
yeah,
next
that's
question.
fucking-
If you guys could add a scene or add a planet to Star Tours, what are you adding? Let's go with Mikey first.
I want the Millennium Falcons flying through the freaking asteroids, and that big ass critter jumps up and tries to eat it.
The meteor worm.
The space penis.
Yeah,
The space.
I want a little bit of that action, man.
Yeah, Princess Leia's line that the ground is moist and soft.
So basically, I want Galaxy's Edge in Star Tours.
Tim, what would you add?
I don't know. I want to see Dagobah. I want to see him go to see Yoda in Dagobah.
That'd be cool. It's very foggy though. Adam, what about you?
I have a really unpopular opinion on this. I want them to close the attraction and give something else at this point.
Yeah. Okay, Trenton, how about you?
You want to stay married?
No, he wants to close the attraction, Tim. That's what he said.
So if you...
I'm sorry, it's old technology.
What the
and...
fuck?
Let me finish.
It's fun though.
It's an old attraction. Give me something updated. Give me something new. That takes up a lot of square footage.
Small World's
For a
old
theater
technology, but
that
I'm not closing
moves.
that down.
Damn,
Okay,
yeah, you know
I
what? Let's
think-
burn Soren while we're at it.
Yeah, fuck Carousel of Progress, People Mover. Fuck them.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a very unpopular
Well, new Soren you could burn.
You can get rid of New Soren, in my
You can
opinion.
get rid of new Soren. New Soren
You
sucks.
guys,
I love
don't
old
even lie.
Soren.
We had to leave the hotel to go do that shit.
But at the end of the day, if it closed and
And
they
what
gave
did we
me
do?
something
We
new-
we had to ask to sit in the middle glider because if you don't sit in the middle glider, that show is shit. It's absolute
Yeah.
shit.
I mean,
fucked up, yeah.
the Eiffel Tower should
Come on,
not.
who wants to
close.
fucking watch a
Nah,
big
well,
fucking Eiffel Tower?
we're ignoring the fact that Adam just said we should close Star Tours. And
No, we're not.
I don't. Here's the game with this. How much further are we gonna watch a movie in a movable?
I love Star Tours.
Yeah.
Star Tours still. Especially now
I
that I
think
got
it's
to be.
time. I think
Rebel
it's time has
spy.
come. I would much rather see something.
I would
updated.
also
give me a flying in X-wing.
either get into, if I was adding a scene to Star Tours, Scott, that's still there, Adam, it would either be the Starfighter battle at the beginning of Episode 3, or Camino, when the droids are attacking Camino.
So for me,
That is my favorite scene to play in Battlefront.
Camino's awesome.
But how much does that ride make sense now being outside of Galaxy's Edge?
Thank you.
well, I think they could probably just move the entrance around. Wouldn't they be able to?
No,
No, I
because
don't think so.
It's not even close to the entrance.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with it. They will.
I can see it going away.
I can see it probably going away too.
Well, I think as they expand Galaxy's
want it
Edge,
to,
they
but-
might do that.
Here's my real honest opinion on this. You were going to have these state-of-the-art attractions going up against an attraction that's how many years old at this point?
That still gets long waits.
Yes, because it's the only thing Star Wars that's
It's
there.
the only
But-
ride in that
Well,
place
yes,
park.
it actually is.
I
That
mean,
is not
come
a
on
joke.
now. You have this and two other attractions. What else are you going to do?
I would like to see them add the chase scene from Episode 2 on Coruscant. I like that one, where they go through the speeder and Anakin jumps out. And I love that scene.
The other reason why I see this closing is because it doesn't make sense for the storyline that they're projecting right now.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a ride that takes some of the flight of passage technology but puts you on a speeder bike?
That's what I'm
that would
saying.
be
Give me an
awesome.
X-wing.
You know, well, I'm thinking the speeder bike would be, I think, a little easier because you'd have your own vehicle like you have with the Banshees. And it's basically the same damn size. I mean, you could almost do like a Control-C, Control-V, and
Yeah.
just copy
No,
it.
he's right.
And you can replicate
movie.
that amazing sequence, with Luke on the bike. That'd be awesome.
The whole Endor.
Yes. And then you can have Warwick Davis. Seems like that's all we're focused on this episode is just fucking we need Warwick Davis at Disney
Well,
World.
there's our title for the show.
He's gonna be
More
fucking.
Warwick Davis.
He's gonna be fucking 80 in one of those little tiny electric wheelchairs, just like he's like, I'll do anything for money.
Oh God! What
He's gonna buy one of those little Tesla Power Wheels. Like
wasn't it last week? You guys were talking about like meet and greets or whatever, and I wanted to meet fucking Rhino from the Bolt movie, just get Warwick Davis to be Rhino and put him in a big plastic ball.
Okay, so if you had a lightsaber, what color would it be, Trenton?
Red.
Tim?
Red.
Adam?
Blue.
Mikey?
I'm checkered. I'm Irish. It'd be checkered. It'd be plaid. I've gone plaid. Or it would just fade from like RGBs.
Little strobe.
Yeah.
It'd be rainbow.
And it would just drip plasma off the end of it every so often, while I'm walking around with it, because I need to take my vitamins.
The Jedi
It went
drip?
limp.
Yes, I got the Jedi drip. I got a condition.
Oh man, an 18th century remedy that like 5 people will get.
Scott would be purple, right? Like Mace Windu.
No, I hate that one. I would be blue. I like blue. I like the blue one. My favorite. All right, so real quick, your favorite character of all time in Star Wars?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Are we? Should we exclude the major characters? Can we
No,
exclude major characters?
no.
or-
Major characters included.
Oh, Darth Vader, without question.
Yeah. Same.
Adam?
Are we talking books too?
Sure.
As long as they're still canon. As long as they're still canon.
Sure. I
I like Thrawn. He's an evil fuck.
yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. So he's a badass, but like, if I have to choose a major, I would choose Vader. But
Which that reminds me, I have to get on Michael Hendry. He's designing my Vader tattoo.
Mikey, what about you?
I like Han. Just because he's a little, a little cowboy. He's a little
Scruffy looking Nerf herder.
I like Han just because he's very independent. Well, he's not really, but he thinks he is.
Codependent.
He likes to put up that facade,
He likes to think he wears the pants.
Yeah, and they're snug.
Chewie wears the pants.
And he doesn't wear any pants. No, I've always liked Han. I guess because he reminds me a lot of Malcolm. I guess Malcolm Reynolds probably reminds me a lot of Han, but I like Firefly, so that's where I am. I go Han.
oh, Firefly.
He also fucked Leia, so
He's got that going for him.
yeah.
Yeah, and then his son killed him. So spoilers. Also
That's
got
one
that
theory.
going
The other
for him.
theory is that he helped his son kill himself. So
No. For me, it's definitely Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's my favorite character of all time.
it's because
Both-
he can say Sir Alec Guinness and talk about fucking London. It's the only reason he likes Obi-Wan.
Well, Sir Alec
both-
Guinness is an amazing actor to begin with, and Star Wars aside, he's an amazing actor.
What else is he in?
But
I want to see more of Obi-Wan before I make that kind of decision.
see, I love the saving grace for the prequel trilogy is Ewan McGregor.
Well, he was better than Alec Guinness.
Yes, and then I'm going to sit on an island and wait for a boy to grow up for 300 years. No.
No,
I like that era Obi-Wan better in Clone Wars than I did in the prequels.
Yeah, I agree with that.
yes, yeah, no, I'll agree with that. I think Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars is is probably one of the most dynamic characters of that series.
Clone Wars has a lot of dynamic
They do.
characters.
They do.
That,
I
when
love
you
Clone
really watch Clone Wars, there's some really good writing going on with those.
Yeah.
So I think the better question here is who everyone's second favorite Star Wars character is, because I feel like everyone kind of copped out.
Well, nobody knew who mine was, so...
I didn't cop out.
Well, you went hipster on us, and we're like, "Can I choose the books?"
How is that hipster? Because I read?
I liked that guy before he was famous.
No, he's been famous for quite a while. You just don't know your Star Wars history.
Trent, did you know who it was?
Did I know who it was?
Yes.
I mean, I've looked at lists of the most powerful Sith. Yeah, kind of.
Did you read the book?
No.
Tim, did you read that
I'm
book?
a reader.
No, I didn't have to. My husband read the book, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Second favorite?
That's easier, I think. I mean, that's going to be more of a... I mean, obviously I already said Grievous, but...
That's easy for me. Captain Rex from Clone Wars.
Ahsoka.
Mikey's is Jar Jar, right?
No, it's Boba.
Mikey's definitely Jar Jar.
It's the Fett, man. Fett's vet. My backpack's got jets.
See...
He got killed by a fucking sandworm.
He also
Did he,
was
though?
in the movie for like 13 minutes.
He got killed by a desert vagina.
Yeah, but
With teeth.
The second favorite character, I think, would be R2.
Really?
Yeah. He's got sass, man.
R2 is definitely a good hero.
I like R2.
Not Kylo?
Oh, Kyler's a whiny little emo bitch.
I can't.
Oh,
stand-
I just wanted to start an
can't
argument.
stand
I just wanted to
Kylo.
start an argument. That's
but he's got that wide chest.
Dude,
That was
dude,
creepy
he
as
looked
fuck.
big as fuck. Fucking
It was
Hey,
all
juicy.
I heard that
Adam
Kylo
Driver
guy
does
is
not
ripped.
look like that in real life.
No, he
I heard
doesn't.
that Kylo guy is ripped.
It's like, nah, Kylo's a bitch. He's like, no, he's not.
He's swole.
Dude, no.
just cries
Last
in the-
Jedi, he's fucking massive.
He cries way too much.
That's
and he
editing,
throws
though,
temper
because if he's still
tantrums.
looking
and I
at
can't
now,
He's
get
not
behind
as much
that.
of a whiny bitch as fucking Luke was.
Oh no, Luke is a whiny
He
little
throws
bitch.
fucking
Luke is
temper
not my
tantrums.
favorite. Luke is a whiner too. I don't.
So
Luke
earned
Skywalker's
that though, man. Lost his freaking
Skywalker
arm.
for being a whining bitch.
Yes.
He only lost
He was
a
a whiny
hand.
bitch before he lost his arm.
I got a question.
He didn't lose his
Why
arm, he lost a hand.
why did Luke's
Let's get that
mechanical
serious.
arm disappear with him when he fucking turned into a Force Ghost? Would it just fall off and hit the floor?
Well, it was only a hand. It was only a hand.
Right, but still, it's
Still,
mechanical.
it should still be there. He has a point.
That is a good point.
It'd still be there.
Unless he wasn't wearing it when he was
I mean,
meditating.
Vader's got all of his
didn't know he could
regular
take it off.
fucking limbs back as a Force Ghost.
No, he doesn't. Oh no, he's talking
But
about when he
Vader
died.
became a
Oh,
Force
oh,
Ghost,
oh,
he became a
oh,
Force Ghost as
yeah.
Anakin, not as Vader.
Right.
And he didn't come back. Like when he died, his body was
But in the
still
original, Anakin is old before the redo with Hayden Christensen, and he's got all his limbs.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
there. But that was as a Force Ghost.
Right.
Right, but he's still
but,
old.
Like when he
But he
died, he
returns-
should have dropped his hand, and he didn't.
But the whole point of the Force Ghost was he returns to what Anakin was before he became Darth Vader. That was the only edit that George Lucas did that makes sense.
To turn it into
What, he changed him to Hayden Christensen?
Yeah. Because if
Everybody else got old.
but they were always still Jedi. He went back to being a Jedi. He went back to his Force.
He was never a
He
Jedi.
was never a Jedi.
He was a Jedi. He wasn't a Jedi Master.
No, he was never a
Yes,
Jedi. To actually,
He was
No.
a Padawan.
He said we
In the movies,
and
he was
then
a
Mace
Padawan.
Windu said
Even
we
in Clone
accept
Wars,
you
he
as a
was a
Jedi, but you do not sit
became-
as a master on this council.
Yeah. He became a
oh,
Jedi
that's
Knight.
right.
He was a Padawan murdering.
Crazy son of a bitch.
That's when he
wannabe.
turned to the Sith.
Who didn't like sand.
That's when he turned to the Sith.
I
I think it was always there. There was always clues there that he was Sith.
All right, so if you get one vehicle in real life from the Star Wars universe, what would you get? Like you get to have a delivery out of your front door as to what vehicle you get. What do you get? Trent.
That's easy.
Star Destroyer.
Yeah, just put it in the driveway.
Wait, are we talking practical or?
The kills your fucking HOA.
yeah, that's what that was my question.
You're such a size queen, Trenton.
I could have picked bigger. There was bigger in Last Jedi. Star Destroyer is just the classic.
No, it's
if
got to
I'm-
be a one person vehicle. You got to operate it yourself.
Probably Darth Maul's speeder or his
His little
His
little Vespa.
No, the one that looks like the Batmobile, the long, thick, flat one.
Again. Size queen.
It's like a fucking fucking udon noodle that he's riding around in, painted black.
Oh,
I see a spaceship and I want to paint it black. No colors anymore.
Oh.
We know Mikey's gonna say Slave 1.
No,
Yes.
actually, I'm not.
Mikey,
That
what
big
would you
dumbass
pick?
impractical flying potato. No one wants to fucking drive
No,
that.
It's a flying. No, it's a flying coffin. It's a flying sideways coffin.
I never understood the physics of that fucking ship. To
Well,
save
we can
my
have a
life.
whole episode on the physics of flying vehicles in
Right.
But
Star Wars universe.
I would have to say, to go with what Scott's rules were with this, I would go with an ATST.
That's a good
Just
one.
because I could fit in there and I could get in it right now and go to the grocery store. And not have to worry about the physics of it.
Walking over to Walmart.
Yeah, right? Okay, funny story. Long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, at my previous job, I was working with a guy and we were talking about Star Wars. We were talking about AT-ATs. And like, what does that mean? What do they even stand for? And I said, well, it stands for all-terrain. All-terrain. It's got 4 legs. I said, well, what about ATST? I said, well, obviously it's all-terrain and some terrain.
Because it only has 2.
It only has 2. Yeah, that's what I'd roll. I'd cruise that. I could take it on cruise night, man. Go up and down Main Street, my ATST. Pew, pew, pew.
Shooting people that are getting in your way.
Tim, what would you pick?
Well, since you said we had to be able to fly it by ourselves,
Well, you had to operate it by yourself. You
that
just have to
rules
operate
out the
it.
Millennium Falcon. So I'm
No,
doing
you could
Darth
do-
Vader's TIE Fighter.
You could do it one. You could do Millennium
You
Falcon
can't.
as
You
one.
can't fly. Millennium Falcon. Can't
I mean,
be
it's
flown by
probably
itself.
better with a co-pilot, but you could probably fly by yourself.
I'm gonna go with Darth Vader's TIE Fighter.
Adam, what about you?
I'm going with Phasma's TIE Fighter.
Phasma has a TIE fighter?
Yes, she does.
I don't remember that at all.
It's in Battlefront, isn't it?
Was it in the movies?
She flies it.
Did she? I don't know.
Thought it was her.
TIE Fighter.
I want a Death Star.
No, you
Either way,
really
I want
are
a
a
TIE
size
fighter.
queen.
We have a whole episode on that fucking Death Star. Because how the fuck does a Death Star go in a light speed?
Well, you're just bending light around it.
Oh. It's got no
That's-
hyperdrive, does it?
That's another show.
Yes. it does.
Aerodynamics don't exist in space because it's vacuum. So it could literally be a fucking
But
brick.
something the size of a fucking moon?
Am I the only good guy here? I would want the X-wing. Like I'm the only,
Because that's
It's
practical.
not unique.
but it's so cool.
Why not an A-wing?
Actually,
Oh, why?
they weren't. They were kind of like new, they were kind of like pre-X-wing, but the X-wings that they fly in that episode 3 on the battle scene. They're
Oh.
like
I don't know if you can see it. That's Phasma's TIE Fighter.
it's got
it's
silver.
chrome, just like Phasma.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chrome. It's the West Coast Customs version.
Yo, dog! I heard you like TIE fighters!
No, nothing from the.
Oh, the ATTs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to fly.
I would love an. I would love an X-wing. I like
The
those.
only one that didn't pick a flying ship was Mikey. I
I'm,
want to get just stuck on the ground.
I'm practical, man. I just go to the grocery store and I go to work. Can you
Yeah,
send
but
me
I can-
delivering
I can-
How are
pizzas?
you going to the grocery store? Where are you going to put your groceries?
I'll hang the bags off the blasters.
It's got plenty of trunk space.
I got some aftermarket
That
parts
is
from West
that is
Coast
the
Customs.
one thing I will say, Adam. We don't have any trunk space.
No, but I'm using mine to kill things.
But we can get to Disney World at light speed. Mikey is.
There you go.
Mikey is.
I
Mikey's gonna walk there from
don't
Arkansas.
think that the the TIE fighters have the ability to warp.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have light speed,
Yes.
don't they?
It's not Star Trek and you don't warp.
Whatever.
Like,
Then why do they even have to worry about traveling with a destroyer? I mean, literally, why couldn't they just send like a little splinter cell of TIE fighters to wherever the hell the rebels were?
He's got a point there.
well, you need the support of the maintenance facilities of a Star Destroyer.
That's
I
what.
don't
No,
think
it's a
they probably don't
splinter
have the
cell.
fuel-
It's like, it's bad. Why not? Why do you need the whole everything? You can find everything out with like a Ghost Recon level infiltration from the Empire. They didn't take advantage of the technology they had. Fucking idiots.
No, this is
another episode.
They're busy building star killers.
Vader's TIE Fighter had hyperdrive. The others did not.
Not all of them
Yeah,
did.
not all of them did.
Some of them did.
There's an actual question that popped up on do TIE. I literally typed in do TIE, and then it came up with have hyperdrive.
Vader's TIE Fighter has twin ion drives.
So last one before we call it a night. Best song, aka score, from any of the movies.
Imperial March.
Imperial March.
Yeah, that's
No.
pretty iconic.
Luke song.
Yeah, Luke's song on Tatooine.
Luke song.
Imperial
I like
March.
him.
hands down
I
for
played
When-
it in
when-
band. I really like the Imperial March.
It is iconic.
When The Force Awakens opened and you had that version of Luke's song playing, I just lost it.
Yeah, chills.
So it's either Imperial March.
Although
or
I do
Duel
love
of
the Imperial
Fates.
March. It's my ringtone on my phone, but
Duel of Fates is really good too.
yeah.
Duel of Fates is amazing.
You guys ever hear the band Galactic Empire?
No.
Oh
You have
god,
it on your phone?
Trenton has apparently.
So do I. I listen to it all the fucking time. They actually play dressed up as
The lead guitarist
Star
is Darth
Wars
Vader. The drummer is Boba Fett. Their other guitar player is the Red
The Crimson
Imperial
Guard.
Troopers or the Guard Troopers.
Crimson
Yeah.
Guard.
The Imperial March is so iconic. It really is. That's a tough one to beat. Funny story. The Nationals, Washington Nationals, were playing down in Atlanta, and normally when opposing batters walk up for their at bat, they don't get any kind of like music. As Bryce Harper's walking up to the dish, the Atlanta PA system plays the Atlanta organist plays the Imperial March. He then hit a home run the next pitch.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Do bad motherfucker shit.
It is a great one, but I would say I agree with Tim. Luke's song the Tatooine scene with the dual sons, beautiful.
Or the Cantina song.
That'll get stuck in your head.
That's definitely an earworm.
And right now there are 500 listeners just going. "Doo, doo, 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 doo."
Hopefully.
But look, we love talking about Star Wars. We could talk about Star Wars all night. I mean, literally all night. So we want to thank you for joining us this week on Three Sheets of Mouse. If you did enjoy the show, head over to iTunes. Let us know how we're doing. Leaving a review is one of the best ways to help others like yourselves find the show. And I want to send a special thank to a bunch of people who left us a couple 5-star reviews this week. Rob W, Amax3, Lapu Lover, Davalos 82. By the way, if that's not Martin Davalos, I'll be sad. Martin Davalos is a
Crickets.
yeah, he's a BMX motocross guy. He did actually leave a good review. It said, "I listen, I drink, I laugh, I Disney."
Yeah.
Songbird CC. Three Sheets of the Mouse is an amazing podcast that deals with all things Disney with a little bit of debauchery thrown in for good measure. Whether it be Disney drinking, eating, or enjoying the rides, these 5 hosts take you on an entertaining journey. As is always the case with close friends, there are lively discussions which may or may not end up in a fight. But at the end of the day, Three Sheets Nation is a family and we all love each other, even though we may not always agree with each other. Ears of Happiness, thank you everybody for your reviews. We love them. Go over to iTunes. If you're on the Facebook group, I posted a link to how you can leave a review. Give us some love. If you love the show, great. If not, let us know how we're doing. You know, we want to make the show better for you guys. If you like the show, great. We'll keep doing what we're doing. If not, let us know how we can change it. If you also want to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, we're over there at 3 Sheets Podcast. Check that out. We post some pictures from the parks when we're down there. Post some pictures outside of the parks when we're not down there. We post our show notes there. Go over there, check it out. But if you really want to interact with us, head over to the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/3 Sheets. That's where you can become part of 3 Sheets Nation. We had a lot of people join recently. Trent welcomed a quartet of new sheeters to the group last night.
Little foreplay action for Trenton.
Yeah, hopefully those are finding their way and learning all about the great nation that is Three Sheets Nation. So come hang out with us there. If you have friends that love Disney as much as you do, invite them. Invite them to be part of Three Sheets Nation. It's a lot of fun. But Mikey, what do they need to do?
Vote. Let your voice be. I don't really know. I'm playing with I broke my plastic fork and I'm saddened right now. If you really want to be,
the good silverware.
Yeah, my good cutlery. I've splintered.
The good china.
If you really want to be, someone who's a hardcore supporter and hipster for Three Sheets Nation, you want to go over to themagicalmeltdown.com. Check out what shirts are available at the TeePublic store site, and also procure yourself some drink. I'm going to call it drinking apparel because it's what you want to clothe your alcohol in. Everything from wine glasses to koozies to beer glasses and Glencairns, which we're selling a lot of Glencairns here lately.
Nice.
Orders coming in 2 weeks in a row. So you want to make sure you get your hands on those. Before you're a conformist, you want to be a pioneer because no one wants to be late to the party.
Nobody wants to Panic at the Disco at 2018. But no, definitely go over there, get some Three Sheets glassware. I think Tim and Adam, you guys have your Three Sheets glassware tonight?
Yep.
Yes.
I got mine.
I got my drinking out of the rocks glass.
Mikey, where's your Three Sheets koozie?
Off my Three Sheets leather coaster.
Yes, off mine. But no, definitely go over to Three Sheets, or go over to www.themagicalmeltdown.com. Check out the TeePublic. Check out the glassware store. Get yourself some Three Sheets drinking ware, because if you're not drinking your scotch or your bourbon or your
rosé
out of some Three Sheets glassware, you're doing it wrong.
It doesn't taste like Disney.
That's right. It doesn't taste like debauchery and regret.
Shame.
I regret nothing except the prequels.
At least the first one.
But Mikey, you messed up my line. If you do want to be part of Three Sheets Nation, make sure you guys answer the question. We have a couple of friend requests or a couple of join request posts waiting for you to answer the questions. Make sure you do. They're real simple. What do you like? What's your favorite Disney attraction? What do you like to drink? And why do you want to become part of Three Sheets Nation? Answer the questions. We'll gladly let you in. It's not the Illuminati, but we're close. We do influence Disney. So, speaking of influencing people and their drink selection, Tim, give me some closing remarks tonight.
Just gonna say goodnight. I'm done.
Trenton.
All right, so I have a couple pages here to read off. Tim, you can get over it. I'm just kidding. Prequels aren't bad.
I have a dissertation here. Hold on.
Prequels are still Star Wars. Hayden Christensen didn't do a bad job. Scott's one of the Sand people. That's why he doesn't like Anakin.
I don't like Hayden Christensen either.
He didn't do a bad job. It was poor writing.
It was poor acting and poor writing.
It's poor acting and poor writing.
Have you seen Jumper?
Given shit, you get shit.
I'm just saying you got to show emotion to be a Sith. So anyway, thanks for being a part of this. Are you speaking in
absolutes?
Did you see that the other day too?
Yeah, I think
only a Sith speaks in absolutes, as a Jedi says that, and that's a fucking absolute.
Well, the Jedi are hypocritical.
Yeah, they're a bunch of dicks. Anyway, thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for dealing with our bullshit. Thanks for listening to our shitty opinions. Thanks for listening to us fight. There'll probably be a poll somewhere after this episode about something that involves me being right. So, it's definitely going to be biased towards what my opinion is.
Is Hayden Christensen the greatest actor of all time?
We'll talk to you next week, man.
Trenton, before you go, you got some meetups coming up.
Yeah, it's April 23rd, and the beach at the Poly, or grabbing drinks up at the Poly bar and head down to the beach to watch the fireworks. That's for Brant and Sydney's honeymoon. It's going to be about 10 of us right now, so definitely, it's 14 days away, 15 days away, so definitely let us know soon if you're going to be there.
So you're crashing the honeymoon. Is there going to be a betting ceremony?
Oh yeah.
Not a wedding without a betting, Tim.
There you go.
Will it involve
They
a
are
pack
staying
and
at the
play?
Poly, so everyone just head over to the room. You can watch from the balcony.
Shit.
Top floor, Lakeview, baby. Yeah, so that's
Trenton's at the Barefoot Pool
Barefoot
Bar.
Pool Bar. Okay, so we're getting drinks at the Barefoot Pool Bar, and we're heading down to the beach to watch the Happily Ever After fireworks. And then I'm sure somebody else will cover the meetup in November. I'll be at that one as well. But the one in April, let us know if you're going to be there. There's a group or a special event circulating. If you want to be a part of that, make sure you contact Brant Burke or myself or Sydney or somebody that you know is going to be there, and we can get you added onto that event.
There you go. Adam, you got some meetups coming up.
All right. Yes. Next meetup after that will be May 16th at Jock Lindsay's. It'll be Tim and I around 7:30, and that's May 15th. I think it was a Tuesday?
That's a Tuesday.
I don't remember the exact
It's
date.
a Tuesday.
October 4th through 9th, we also have the Sheeters on the High Seas 5-night Bermuda cruise, which will be myself, Tim, and Mikey.
And the Namdukes.
On that one. And the Namdukes.
Maybe someone else.
And I think that's...
I think someone else.
I think
think
Cheryl
there was
Plavia is
somebody
going
else.
to be there. I'm not
A
mistaken.
few of us are going on
So
that.
there's a couple of people. There are still rooms available. There's very few, but if you want to get on it now.
Yes, get on it sooner rather than later. And then our bigger meetup, the ultimate meetup with all the hosts attending at least one event. And that is going to be our November 1st through November 5th, possibly extending longer, ultimate cheater meetup for our wine and dine half 5K, 10K, whatever you can run marathon.
And that's a long time. We're gonna be there for a while. So if you're down there at any time during that, you'll find us in the park. So we got something going on.
There are some special
Yeah, there's
ones.
some special things going on. What are those, Adam?
Saturday the 3rd is a early dinner, late lunch kind of thing at Whispering Canyon Cafe. And the Monday we have beer garden dinner. If you're interested in those, we need to know right away because we need to have a head count to make a reservation. So the sooner you let us know, the sooner you get on the list, the sooner you have a chance of getting in. We need to have all those reservations by the 1st because that's when fast passes start coming up. So, I'm sorry, not fast passes.
ADRs.
Reservation window opens up. So the ADRs open up really soon. So if it's something that you're even thinking about doing, please let us know and we'll get you on the list. And that's all I have to say. Good night, folks.
Awesome. I had fun with the show. I love talking Star Wars with four guys who love talking Star Wars back with me. Even though, Trenton, I respect your opinion on the prequels. I do. I've always said, I've never hated the prequels like you think I do. It's always better than no Star Wars. Always.
You just say it out loud a lot, so...
They're not as good as the original. I say it with my mouth. Love it. Thank you guys for indulging me on this week's Star Wars episode. So from all of us here at Three Sheets of Mouse, thank you for making our show part of your Disney life. Thank you for your time, this time. And until next time, so long for just a while.
And thank you.
Dramatic pause.